Sponge.
Sponge.
Nurse, give me another sponge. This one's a miserable, scroungy, beat-up mess.
You rang?
Great Scott. What butcher operated on that face? I've never seen such a botched-up job of plastic surgery.
Ho, ho, ho. The laughing's on you, Doc. I always look this way.
My sympathy to your parents.
Flatterer.
Nurse, prepare to administer the anesthetic so we can remove the patient's appendix.
Yes, doctor.
And get rid of those toys you brought in here. This is an operating room, not a nursery.
Yes, doctor.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, no. No, don't take away my good luck charms or I'll cry. I'll cry. All right, if you're going to do it, I'm going to report you to Ben Casey.
Wait a minute. How can I possibly remove this patient's appendix?
Oh, there's nothing to it, Doc. All you got to do is put on your mask, give me an expression, and start whittling.
Look at that scar. This patient's appendix has already been taken out.
Yeah, about 3 or 2 years ago. Oh, man, that knife tickled.
I'm expected to take out an appendix that's already been taken out? This is humiliating.
Well, if it'll make you any happier, you can take out my tonsils. I got several of them.
Why was my friend Maynard G. Krebs getting operated on to remove an appendix that had already been removed? Answer, you wouldn't believe it. You see, the whole mess began with a bird and an enchanting girl with 3 first names, Betsy, Dolly, Martha, Trueblood. That's right, Betsy, Dolly, Martha. The most patriotic dish to hit town since the Boston Tea Party, and much tastier. And she has just made a serious decision about the man in her life.
Get out of it and stay there.
But why, Betsy, my beloved? Give me one good reason.
You're uninformed, unenlightened, shallow, empty-headed, and scatterbrained.
All right, give me 2 good reasons.
Dobie, you're a very nice boy with many fine qualities, most of which escape me for the moment, but your brain simply doesn't stack up to mine.
Neither does the rest of them. That's what I said.
Now, just a minute, Betsy. I'm not such a big dumbbell.
True. You're more like a medium-sized dumbbell.
Maynard, cut out.
Dobie, I didn't say you were dumb. It's just that your mind has never been awakened. Have you once used it to study the glorious history of our country? What do you know of the stirring events that have made this nation great?
Nothing. He's got the flunk marks to prove it.
Maynard, I hear your mother calling in. Goodbye.
No, I'd rather stay here and eavesdrop.
Betsy, how come you're so bugged on this American history jazz?
For openers, 16 of my ancestors landed on Plymouth Rock.
All of them on one little rock? Man, what a mob.
It's taught to respect those heroic figures who built our country, especially the women. Why do you think my parents named me Betsy Dolly Martha?
Beats me.
I was named after Betsy Ross, Dolly Madison, and Martha Washington. Can you think of 3 more outstanding women?
No, I guess not.
Me neither, but then what do I know?
I'll buy that. Betsy, my sweet, I am needless to say terribly impressed by your patriotism, but what's that got to do with the way you keep trying to dump me?
It's very simple. The only man I could ever love is one who feels as deeply and strongly about our country as I do. Do you understand?
Does this answer your question? Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony.
That's a step in the right direction, but you'll have to do a lot more.
But of course, stuck a feather in his hat.
Dobie,
and called
that's
it
not
back.
exactly what I had in mind.
What's the matter with you, girl? You got something against good old American singing?
No, Maynard,
Well,
it's
we
just...
know what to do with rats like you. I got half a mind to report you to the FOB.
Maynard.
DVD?
Listen.
PDQ?
Maynard.
TNT?
Maynard, it's FBI. You've got this all mixed up.
You're all heart and a great American. You got a dime so I can phone up and report you, you low-down
Maynard,
rat.
enough.
Patriotic songs are fine, but if you really want to prove yourself, you'll buckle down and devote serious study to American history.
I'll do it.
Good. Your first assignment is to enroll in Dr. Burkhart's American history class.
I can't do it.
Then goodbye forever, four-flusher.
Yeah, wait, Betsy, my red, white, and blue angel. I'll do anything you ask, but Dr. Burkhart...
Oh, fuck him first and ask him questions later, Burkhart?
She's a killer. Last term, she failed 32 kids, and that wasn't easy because there were only 31 in the class.
Never mind the alibis. You and I are all washed up unless you enroll in Dr. Burkhart's class and pass it.
That's what you ought to do, Doe. Pass it. Pass it right by.
Not on your life. If Betsy wants a brilliant student of American history, Betsy's going to get a brilliant student of American history.
Yeah, where are we going to find one?
I'll zoom through Dr. Burkhart's class like an express train, and nothing's going to stop me. I repeat, Nothing.
Mr. Gillis, I've studied your school record, and it's nothing.
If you think Dobe's marks are bad, you ought to see mine. They're 24 points below impossible.
I know, Mr. Krabs. Single-handedly, you've almost turned this college into a parking lot.
Well, everybody's got to do his part.
Do his part. Do his part.
Be patient, Binky, dear. Mother will feed you soon.
Feed your soul. Feed your soul.
Hey, you talk pretty good for a bird, even better than me.
Who don't? Who don't?
You're right, you're right.
Mr. Krabs, shall we drop the battle of wits between you and the bird?
Yeah, well, I'm still ahead.
Dr. Burkhardt, please, you've got to let us enroll in your American history class. It's a matter of life and death.
Maybe both.
Mr. Gillis, why are you suddenly so fascinated by American history? And oh, what a foolish question. What's her name?
No, Dr. Burkhardt, this has absolutely nothing to do with a girl.
Ooh, you're a big liar.
Maynard.
Her name is Tessie Blueblood, and she's a parrot, and you're a big liar.
Maynard, that's Betsy Trueblood. She's a patriot, and I'll thank you to stay out of it.
You're welcome, you big liar.
Mr. Gillis, I can understand how romance has softened your brain and encouraged you to take this daring step, but, Mr. Krabs, how about you?
Yeah, how about me?
That is the most widely discussed question on campus, outranking football, basketball, and how to graduate without ever studying. But specifically, I refer to your unexpected desire to enroll in my class. There must be an explanation.
Okay, let's have it.
Mr. Krebs, you will either answer the question or suffer the consequences, namely a one-way trip to the dean's office.
I goes where Dobe goes. I mean, we're like inseparable. I mean, I'm like a parasite.
Say that again.
I goes where Dobe goes. I mean, we're like
Never mind.
Oh, boys, I'm dead sure I'm going to hate myself for this, but I'm going to give you a chance. Now, I know that I have a reputation for being, shall we say, strict and severe?
Shall we say mean and rotten? I can't think you're talking.
Well, I'm going to show you that I'm not so bad as they say.
You couldn't be.
What I'm going to do is give you a special entrance exam. Now, if you pass it, I will accept you in my class.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Burkhardt. Thank you.
You're a great American, Dr. B, like Abraham Lincoln or Dick Tracy.
Please, Mr. Krabs, a simple thank you will be sufficient. And don't be so hasty. I merely said that I would give you the exam.
Oh, good.
You still have to pass it.
Oh, bad.
Yes, how about that? Well, I have to teach a class next door, so I'm going to leave you here to take the exam alone.
Alone?
Here?
Here?
Alone?
Of course. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Well, I feel no concern about it because I know that you're both honorable young men.
Yeah.
Who I could trust to the end of the earth.
Yeah.
And who would never dream of cheating.
Yeah.
So put your hands up. I'm going to frisk you.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. B, it's real heartwarming to be trusted.
Except for this petrified frog, you're clean.
And then you're going to leave us alone to take the exam?
Why not? The textbooks have been removed from the shelves. The telephone is disconnected. The lock on the door is unbreakable. And you will be in Flunksville before me. Ta-ta, students. Don't take any wooden answers.
Good, buddy. I got a way out of this as a stovepipe cinch.
No, Maynard, I don't believe in Harry Carey.
Yeah, I had some of that stuff once, and half an hour later I was hungry again. Maybe we can wiggle out of the exam without cheating anyhow. This first question don't look too hard.
Oh? Read it, read it.
What is your name?
Well, they've got to get easier after that. Like, for instance, what was Lincoln's Gettysburg Address?
I don't know. I'd have to look up in the telephone book. What were the primary and secondary causes of the economic recession of 1886 with special reference to the
Fiduciary.
Yeah, practices of the federal banking system?
Yeah.
Man, she really is mean and rotten.
Mean and rotten. Mean and rotten.
Pipe down, you dumb bird.
Dumb bird. Dumb bird.
Great, that's all we need. A loudmouth, undersized seagull with... Maynard, I've just got a great idea.
We take the bird home for dinner, and she's the dinner.
Yeah. It's an idea about how we're going to pass this exam. We'll get a little bird to tell us the answers.
Binky? I don't know. She don't look too bright to me.
Look who's talking, knothead.
No, not Binky. We'll buy our own minor bird, and we'll teach it every answer in the books. Good thinking?
Good thinking. You sure got it up here, though.
And then we'll take it along with us the next time we take this exam, and we whiz through it. Good thinking?
Bad thinking. You just lost it up here, Dobe.
Hey,
On
Maynard.
account, we're not going to take another exam. This is it. We're taking it right now.
We were taking it now, but we had to stop when all of a sudden you got very sick.
I did. What happened to me?
You got a sudden attack
Of rigor mortis.
of appendicitis.
Ooh, that's even worse. Okay.
Yeah, not your head. Hold your appendix.
My arms ain't long enough.
What?
They won't reach to Cleveland.
Why should they reach to Cleveland?
'Cause that's where my appendix is, in a bottle in a hospital.
Peter, that's ridiculous. You're just going to pretend you've got appendicitis. Now moan.
Ooh, ow, ow.
Louder,
Ow, 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 ooh, ow, 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 ow.
Dr. Burkhardt! Dr. Burkhardt, open up! Something awful's happened to me.
Well, I
Dr. Burkhardt!
last of the whack, and woe is me.
Dr. Burkhardt?
What is it, Mr. Gillis? What's wrong?
It's Maynard.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
All of a of a sudden he got this terrible pain. I'm afraid it's his appendix.
Oh, this could be dangerous. I better get a doctor.
Dr. Burkhardt, wait. All Maynard needs is a few days rest at home.
Oh, we can't take chances. We're rushing him to a hospital.
Yeah, don't take no chances. Rush me to a hospital.
But we
We can't take chances. A burst appendix could be fatal.
Fatal?
Yes, that means it could kill you.
Oh, call me a doctor. Call me a doctor.
You keep an eye on him. I'm going to go and get a doctor.
And that's how come Maynard had his appendix taken out. Twice. For the second time in his life, Maynard had made medical history. The first time was when he was born, but he recovered rapidly, and I'm happy to report his sacrifice was not in vain. Dr. Burkhardt said we could take the exam again, and it was on to Operation Minabird. Sir, we need a Minabird with a quick mind, a fantastic memory, and a sensational intellect.
Like me.
Boys, you've come to the right place. I've got exactly the bird you're looking for.
No.
Yes, he's an absolute genius. Shrewd, fast-thinking, brilliant.
You rang?
I don't know. You look kind of unbright to me, Waldo.
The name's Arthur, and look who's talking, meathead.
A great judge of character, too. I'll take him.
You won't regret it, son. He's a fine one-owner bird. The only other person he ever belonged to was a little old lady in Pasadena who never let him talk more than 20 words a minute.
How much you want for him?
Make me an offer.
$10.
$10? For a bird with a mind like Dr. Schweitzer and a voice like Elvis Presley?
$10, I won't even hiccup.
How's $12?
Ridiculous. You'll have to offer me a lot more than 12.
Okay, 11.
$15, and that's positively my top offer.
$35, and that's positively my bottom offer.
Too much. Let's forget it.
Not so fast, Buster. Try him at 20.
All right, 20.
So,
Great.
for 25.
Hey, wait a minute.
Okay, $27.50.
Hey, hold it.
30.
40. Maynard.
I'm just holding the end of the chiseling.
$25. Take it or leave it.
Take it. The kid's got a stupid, lovable face.
All right, Arthur, that's the way you want it. That'll be $30.
25.
40.
45.
Arthur, you're supposed to be on my side.
Oops, sorry. I got carried away.
That's better. A deal for $30.
Hey, groovy man. Like, take me home.
Ooh, I hear my people talking. Hey, this bird is one of us.
Maynard, I've been waiting for you. We've got an awful lot of stuff to teach Arthur before the exam Friday.
No, Dobe.
No, Dobe?
Like right. I've been thinking about this real good, and it ain't nice for us to turn Arthur into a dislegal criminal.
Maynard, that's illegal, and what are you talking about?
We're going to ask Arthur to help us cheat on a test. True?
True, but...
Objection overruled. And cheating on a test is dislegal and against the law. True?
True, but...
Objection overwhelmed. What we're doing is turning Arthur into a dislegal criminal. I know that's illegal. I rest my case. You may cross-examine, counselor.
Just my luck he watches Perry Mason. Now, look, Maynard, if Arthur doesn't help us, we flunk and we have to go to work, and it's bye-bye to the soft, easy life, and I rest my case.
Dobe?
Yes, Maynard?
I sure hope that Arthur's a fast learner.
Now you're talking. Now let... Arthur. Maynard, where's Arthur? Huh? What'd you do with... Where's Arthur?
Arthur, where's Arthur?
Oh, where's he? Doom, Maynard, Doom.
Arthur!
Where's Arthur? Arthur, come back! Arthur, come back!
Hey, Arthur, come back. We'll give you whatever you want to eat for your little tummy. I mean, cheeseburgers and malts and popcorn. Hey, Arthur! Hey, Dobe, I just remembered Arthur ain't lost. He's coming over by wing.
Alone?
Yeah, he didn't want to come when I came. He's sitting there watching TV.
Maynard, that's ridiculous.
No, that's television. He was just sitting right
I
there.
mean he'll get lost.
No, don't worry, Dobe. Don't bet your skull. I'll just give my super secret whistle.
Hello there.
See? Like, hi there, little feathery fowl.
Man, them TV commercials was the greatest. And here's today's special by the Happy Hungarian, a 5-door sedan.
Knock off the floor show, Arthur. You've got to learn these answers. Now listen carefully. Thomas Jefferson, our third president, 1743 to 1826, wrote Declaration of Independence. Arthur, take it.
Thomas Jefferson, third president, 1743 to 1826, wrote Declaration of Independence. Arthur, take it.
Not that part of it. Authorized Louisiana Purchase, 1803.
Louisiana Purchase, 1803.
Built University of Virginia, 1819.
University of Virginia, 1819.
Perfect. Maynard, you hear that? What a brain.
Oh, I'd be that smart if all I had to do was scoot around all day and collect worms. Come to think of it, I did it for 3 weeks. My head still wasn't too smart.
Quiet, Longcat. You, other lunkhead. Next question.
James Monroe, 5th president, 1758 to 1831.
Hey, Dobe, dig this commercial.
Hurry, hurry. Nice, clean, used cars. Some with engines.
Maynard, shut that off. We're in the middle of James Monroe.
Monroe? What band does he play with? I never heard of him. He couldn't be too hot.
Hurry, hurry. Nice, clean, used cars. Some with engines.
Arthur President Monroe.
Hurry, hurry. Take out your new used car and push it home.
Arthur, enough, enough.
Okay. Back to the dull stuff, Waldo.
That's better. Now, let's see. President Monroe established the Monroe Doctrine in 1823.
Monroe Doctrine, 1823.
Arthur, you're tremendous. And to think some people would call you a bird brain.
You rang?
It's not now, Maynard. You know something, Arthur? Between you and me and your memory, Betsy's a cinch to look deep into my loving, patriotic eyes and say, Dobie Gillis, you are a great American.
Dobie Gillis, you're a good-for-nothing bum.
Yeah, me, soaked in history, star-spangled me a bum. Surely you jest.
Don't bet on it, mister. You say you're going to zip right through Dr. Burkhart's exam tomorrow. But are you home studying? No. You're here whispering sweet, non-political nothings in my ear, and that means you're going to flunk and we're through.
Oh, have no fear, my pet. All the essential facts have been memorized and stored away in the proper place.
Are you sure, Dobie? Sometimes you think you know something, and all of a sudden it just seems to fly away.
He wouldn't dare. Well, I just know I'll do brilliantly on that exam.
Like a wise old owl, huh?
Well, not exactly an owl, but you're in the right family.
I've got my fingers crossed for you, Dobie Dumpling. When you come through with a top-notch grade, I'll want to sing like a bird.
Who won't, my pet?
Dobie, you're so sure and confident. Is it because you've developed some marvelous new technique for passing that exam?
No, it's nothing that sensational, my sweet. All I'm going to do is wing it. Just wing it.
Dobie, passing that exam is going to be such a feather in your cap.
Down through the years, the American college student, clever fellow that he is, has found all sorts of ingenious ways to cheat on exams. He's used crib notes, written clues in his shirt cuffs, even hidden tape recordings in his earmuffs. But today, Maynard G. Krebs and I are about to make cheating history. We've found a method that is, if you'll excuse the expression, strictly for the birds. But there's still one big stumbling block, namely Dr. Burkhart. What will she say when we show up for the exam with Arthur hovering over us? I mean, you've seen how rough and mean and hard-hearted she is.
It's a baby, wavy, birdie, wordy. Oh, isn't you a lammy, Pisey? Oh, I like Sue. I love Sue.
I may be sick, Maynard. Dr. Burkhart, when we saw your beautiful binky, we fell in love with minor birds, so we ran right out to get one of our own.
Well, I may have misjudged you boys. Anyone who loves minor birds can't be all bad.
Oh, we're crazy about him. Oh, wadey, wadey, oody, woody, 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 woody.
I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick.
Ditto, ditto, ditto.
Dr. Burkhart, when we leave Arthur alone, he suffers something awful, so we thought you wouldn't mind if we brought him along.
Not only that, if we didn't bring him, we'd flunk.
What?
Yeah, Maynard means if we left him home, we'd be worried and miserable.
No, Dobe, I didn't mean...
Let's say we get started with the exam. Dr. Burkhart, we're ready.
All three of us.
3?
Yeah, you know, Maynard, he doesn't count too good. Shall we begin? Good. We shall begin, huh?
Boys, I want you to know that I'm rooting for you to make good. Fighting against odds like this shows a true spirit of independence.
Independence Declaration, 1777.
Arthur, pipe down.
Written by Thomas Jefferson.
What was that, Arthur?
No, it was an echo. Can't you tell? Hello, hello.
Like I. Oh, Mr. Krebs, simmer down. Apparently, Arthur picked up a few words by hearing you boys study.
Yeah, very few words.
And we don't talk too much, especially me.
Well, it's getting late. We'd better start the exam. All right, boys, assume the position. You boys realize that it's merely a formality because by now I know the true characters.
Uh-oh.
Well, good luck, Mr. Krebs, Mr. Gillis. I'll be next door teaching my class, but I'm sure that I can trust you so I won't have to keep checking on you like a peeping Tom.
Tom Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States.
Good old Arthur. He's more fun than a barrel. Oh, you're so sweet and cuddly, Arthur, aren't you?
Attaboy, Arthur. I like a bird with spirit.
Yeah, he's got spirit, and I got a fistful of short fingers.
All clear, Maynard. Let's get going.
You rope, let's start stripping.
All right, now, Arthur, Thomas Jefferson.
You know, boys, it just occurred to me that while you're taking the exam, Arthur should have a little fresh air.
Oh, no, Dr. Burkhardt, please. He's very frail.
Like a bird.
He's been sick.
He gets fan mail from vultures.
Oh, nonsense. The exercise will do him good. Now, Arthur, my binky is out there in a tree. You go and make friends with
Hey,
him.
Dr. Burkhardt, you can't.
Miss Gillis, I did. Oh, he'll be just fine. Besides, I did you a favor. He would have kept chattering all through the exam.
Sure, that was the whole idea.
Maynard.
Go on with the exam, boys. I apologize for interrupting.
Fat lot of good that does. You already lost us up.
Maynard,
Good
quiet.
luck, and this time I won't be back until you're finished.
Why wait? We're finished now.
Unfrown your head, good buddy. I'll get Arthur back with my special call, the wild whistle.
No, Maynard, that... Hey, that's right. Do you think it'll work?
It works every time. Except when it don't.
Yeah. Hey, Maynard, look.
Ooh, hey, welcome to Peoplesville. Hi, little cottonhead. What is it down at the rabbit hutch?
Maynard, get Arthur.
Oh, sorry, Bugs. Wrong whistle. My father learned me to whistle like that. Of course, he's not too happy about it, because that's the way he got my mom.
Maynard, we've got to get Arthur back. Gesundheit, Maynard, I said whistle, not sneeze.
Dobie, this always happens when I get shook up. I start
Just concentrate on not sneezing.
Right, no sneezy.
Got it?
Got it.
No more sneezing.
No more
We're ruined.
I'm a failure. I can't even whistle like this no more.
Maynard, look, it's Arthur. He heard you.
Arthur? I guess this must really be Arthur, because he's too small to be a rabbit.
Maynard, it is Arthur. Let's get on with the exam.
You're a bad boy, Arthur, taking a flyer like that.
Baby, it was cold out there.
All right, Arthur. Question number 1. Thomas Jefferson. Go. Arthur. Thomas Jefferson. Arthur. Thomas Jefferson. Arthur, you better start talking or you're going to end up as a New England boiled dinner.
Nice birdie. Oogie boogie, inky dinky.
Boogie boogie, inky dinky.
Atta bird. Now, question number 1. Thomas Jefferson.
Hurry, hurry. Today's Happy Hungarian Special. A 5-door sedan.
Arthur, you better get back in the groove.
Hey, groovy man.
Arthur, stop being a smart aleck.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Nice, clean, used cars. Some with engines.
All right, Arthur, enough is too much.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Pick out your new used car and push it home.
Maynard, we're going to miss Arthur around here, aren't we?
Like, true, he sure was a nice bird, wasn't he?
Hey, fellas.
You what, Arthur?
Bye.
No, that little monster's ruined my life. Now I'll never win the girl of my dreams.
Oh, stop worrying with that girl of my dreams. Girl of my dreams.
Never mind the smart remarks. My heart's broken. I'm doomed to misery.
Doomed to misery. Doomed to misery. Oh!
Maynard, you've been hanging around that rotten bird so much you're starting to act like it. Oh, what a lousy break. Not even one answer about Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson, second president, 1741 to 1827.
Arthur, you come...
Served as president 1840, 1811. Wrote the Bill of Rights. Louisiana Purchase, 1809. Built the University of Virginia, 1835. Famous also as general and military leader.
Well, I raced through that exam in record time. The bird Maynard, gave me every answer without a moment's hesitation. And when Dr. Burkhardt came back and corrected my paper, she was kind of surprised, too.
Mr. Gillis, your grade is 0.
Why did I get a 0, you ask? Well, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The answer's very simple, I say. I depended too much on a very simple bird, namely Maynard. He gave me all the answers, and all of them were wrong. When Maynard found out that he'd fouled me up good, he naturally took it pretty hard.
Hey, that's rich. Ooh, man, is that rich?
Maynard, what's so funny? Look, I took that American history course. I lost my girl. In fact, she's trying to have me declared un-American so I can be deported. I'm a cinch to get kicked out of school, and when Dad hears about this, he'll cut my allowance down to nothing.
That's why I'm laughing on account of you deserve all them bad things, you low-down rat.
Maynard, if I get kicked out of school, you won't last very long by yourself, true?
True.
And if I don't get an allowance, you won't have anybody to borrow pennies from for bubble gum, true?
True, so?
So ho. Yes, Maynard?
Always remember, us two low-down rats always got each other.
I'm afraid so, Maynard.
I'm afraid so.
On the front page, and with a picture, too. Impossible, you say? A pipe dream, you say? All right, you scoffers. Take a look. I showed you this, but wait, there's more. Take a look at this. That's Dad, also held for murder. Considering we don't employ a press agent, it was a pretty big day for the Gillis family. In fact, a very big day. Look here. Yes, I've seen this boy. He's my cousin, Duncan Gillis. Dunky for short. He lives with us. Let me explain. His father, my Uncle Tim, is my father's brother. Uncle Tim's an oil geologist. He goes all over the world looking for oil. A while back, he had to go to Borneo, so he asked us if he could leave Dunky at our house. We made a terrible mistake. We said yes. The last time I saw this boy was just 3 days ago, in a very characteristic pose.
Dunky.
Hi, Uncle Herbie.
And hi to you too, Dunky. And how would you like to wind up with a fistful of nubs?
Gee, Uncle Herbie, what a way to treat your own flesh and blood nephew. That's nothing. You ought to see the way he treats his own flesh and blood son. Since 1942, Dobe's got a total of 60 cents out of him, and that includes Christmases.
Yeah, well, somebody better watch the pennies and do the work around here. It's going to be goodbye grocery store, hello poorhouse. And speaking of work, how about you guys chipping in and helping me stash this beef in the freezer? I got a whole load in the truck.
Work? But, Uncle Herbie, I'm but an underage child. I'd like to help you, Mr. G, but you know what happens when I work.
No, Maynard, I do not know what happens when you work because I ain't never seen you do no work.
Oh, it's terrible scary. I get them terrible head noises.
Yeah, well, you're both going to get some terrible head noises right now. Out, 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 out.
Come, Dunky, let us resume our game of bridge. And remember, it's my turn to walk across you.
Right.
Hi, Dad. Just been down to the post office to pick up the mail.
Oh, what is it, boy? Are you equipped with some kind of radar or something? You can disappear every time a heavy load shows up?
Oh, here, Dad. Here.
Thank you. For a minute there, I thought you'd become a no-good loafer. Can you ever forget me? Hey, hold this thing open. What are you, a homicidal maniac or something? A guy could freeze to death in there. Oh, there's got to be a curse on me.
Sorry, Dad, sorry. Dear Dobie, the genuine gold locket you gave me turned green and goodbye, failure.
Well, maybe someday you can give her a genuine green locket that'll turn gold.
Someday is right.
Be optimistic, boy.
Where'll I get this dough from you?
I said be optimistic, not hysterical. Hey, what's that fancy envelope with all the goofy stamps on it?
It's for you, Dad, from Borneo, Uncle Tim.
You think maybe he's coming back to take Dunky off my hands? And know what a stupid question. I am probably stuck with that kid for the rest of my life, or even longer. Dear brother Herb, it looks like I'm going to be here in Borneo digging for oil longer than I thought. For at least the next 2 years. Oh, with that kid in my hair, in the next 2 years, I'll be 6 feet under and bald besides. However, dear brother, since I know you will continue to treat my beloved child with kindness, sympathy, and tender loving care, I insist that you let me give you some token of my appreciation. Love to all, dude. What insist? Give me the token. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Dad, what do you think he's going to give us?
Well, son, he is out there digging for oil wells, not angleworms. What do you think he's going to give us?
Angleworms?
Oil wells, boy, oil wells. Why, to a big operator like Uncle Tim, one oil well don't mean that.
You mean An entire oil well?
I mean an entire bunch of oil wells, boy. Why, we're going to be up to our money belts in oil wells.
Uncle Herbie, is it okay if I have $2 to take a chick to the movies?
You can take a couple of vegetable ears to bed with you.
Dad, use your head. Don't you remember what Uncle Tim said? Treat Dunky with sympathy, kindness, tender, loving care. You want to blow 3 oil wells?
You're right, boy.
Yeah.
Dunky!
Dad.
Oh! Help yourself. There's the cash register. Take as much as you like. What's mine is yours. Blood is thicker than water. Dig in, sweetie pie.
Do you believe this? No, what I believe is the Martians finally landed and got control of his brain and body.
Fellas, you're all wrong. Sure, Dad seems grouchy sometimes, but underneath he's all heart.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Me neither.
But I will say that I am kind, sweet, lovable, benevolent, and generous.
Yep, it's Martians. Come on, kid, let's go.
Wait a minute. You mean I can go over there and take $2 out of the register?
Take all you want, dear heart.
Martians, no question about it.
You sure 2 will be enough, darling boy?
For now.
Well, come often and stay late.
Yeah, as long as it's open, Dad, I think I'll help myself to a few bombs.
Yes, and then you'd better hurry off to college or you will be late, Dobie Poo.
Yeah, Dad, yeah. Sure. Bye, Maynard, Unky. Bye, Dad.
Is there anything else I can do for you, darling Dunky?
Now that I got all this loot, I'd like to call up a few dames.
Oh, well, here's the phone.
Uncle Herbie, this is the business phone. You said if I ever use it, you'd shove it down my throat.
Yeah, you did, Mrs. G. I'm a witness.
Oh, Maynard, that should be witness, but I shan't argue the point. I was just making a little joke about the phone. You must excuse my rough manly humor. Use the phone while I go out and bring in the rest of the meat.
You know, I like him better as a Martian.
It's spooky.
Maynard, dear, do you think you could come over here and open the freezer door for me while I stash the meat? And be sure to hold it open, because if you let it close on me, there's a good chance I could freeze to death.
You want me to open the freezer door and let you in, and then hold it open until you come out?
Yeah, you think you could do that?
I don't know, Mrs. G. That's an awful lot of things to remember.
Dunky, dear, could you open the freezer door for your Uncle Herbie?
Sure, Uncle Herbie. I'll make these calls later.
Oh, perish the thought. I wouldn't deny you to those lovely young things who think you so irresistible. Just come over here and make the telephone call with one hand and hold the door open with the other. That's all you...
Oh, hi, Clarissa. This is Dobie Gillis. Yeah, Dobie's cousin. No, Dunky with a U. No, Dobie with a B. Met at the mall shop, remember? Sure you do.
Sure she does. Do your imitation of a chicken you did the other night. That'll refresh in her memory.
Good thinking, Mania. I'm the one who did that clever imitation of a chicken. But listen. I also like lions and elephants.
He also does giraffes. That easy because they don't make no noise.
Say, would you like to go to a movie tonight? And afterwards out for some chow, and then I'll do a few hundred imitations for you? Wild! Clarissa, you're a great American.
Well, what time do we pick her up?
A couple hours.
Oh, we better hurry. I gotta stop by my house to feed my lizard.
Well, what's the rush? We got a couple of hours.
Dunky, you got any idea how long it takes to catch a half a pound of flies?
That sends chills up and down my spine. Peachy keen.
You're a great human being, Dunky, but you might be a great animal, which is even better.
Thank you, Boo-Wana. And now how about a trip to the water hole for an ice cream float?
You want to go back to the mall shop again? Why, that's 4 times so far, plus the movie. Donkey, where's all this money coming from?
Uncle Herbie.
You're joshing.
No, it's true. Herbert T. Stingy sprung for the whole party.
I just can't believe Mr. Gillis would do anything so generous. No offense. I mean, he's such a cold man.
Cold? Did you say cold?
Is that what you said?
Herbert T. Gillis is a cold man. Don't you agree?
Herbert T. Gillis ain't just cold. He's frozen.
A human popsicle is what he is.
What are you two talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just we left Uncle Herbie back in the store, locked in the freezer.
What are you two just sitting there for? I mean, hurry up. You might be
Girl,
trying to
we
say
go.
something.
If anybody asks which way we went, tell them we went north to Mexico.
Mexico? West or south?
Thinking all the time.
At one time, I was younger and sillier than I am today, and Dad was younger and skinnier. I do not mention these facts just to make conversation. They're important. When I was younger and sillier, I used to lock Dad in the freezer occasionally, like 2-3 times a week, by accident, of course. Finally, as a life-saving measure, Dad had a trap door cut in the back of the freezer. Just a skinny trap door for a skinny trapped grocer. But times have changed, and when Cousin Dunky locked him in the freezer, he found that it wasn't quite so easy to squeeze through the trap door. So he sucked in his stomach, and he squirmed and squinched and wriggled and wiggled, and finally he made it. So that's how come my father, Herbert T. Gillis, missed his chance to become what you might call one of the frozen people. But his heartwarming escape was something Dunky and Maynard didn't know anything about.
Uncle Herbie? Hey, Mr. G! Mr. G, it's me, Maynard G. Krebs, your old buddy. Mr. G.
No, I can't do it.
I can't face him. Me neither. Let's send him a wire.
Maynard, you do it for me. Go in there for me, your old pal.
Okay. He's probably too stiff to belt me anyway. Mr. G? Hey, Mr. G, where are you? Mr. G, speak to me.
What's the matter? Is he frozen?
Worse. Oh,
I can't stand it. Let me see.
No, don't look. Avert your eyes. Oh, he defrosted right down the drain.
Defrosted?
Yeah, oh, poor Mr. G. Oh, black day. Oh, 1,000 pardons, you puddle ship.
Oh, we're doomed.
Give me the mop.
The mop? What for?
The least we can do is give him a decent burial.
Maynard, never mind that. Let's get out of here. It was an accident, officer. An accident, that's all.
Yes, sir, it was an accident, sir. There was no premeditating or malice aforethought.
That's premeditation and malice aforethought. Now, what are you guys trying to do? Make a federal case out of this?
Federal case? Oh, no, you don't. We didn't cross the state line.
We didn't even cross the street. We did right here in the store.
What are you getting excited about? What do you think's going to happen to you?
Oh, the chair, Electricsville.
Oh, the electric chair for knocking down a policeman?
Oh, no, for
Who are you, son?
I'm Duncan Gillis. Dunky for short. I'm Uncle Herbie's nephew.
Rest his soul.
Well, Dunky, will you tell your uncle that they're having a little party in my honor down at the Pison Lodge tonight, and he's cordially invited.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I won't be pounding a beat anymore. They're promoting me.
And you deserve it, sir. Bless them big, flat feet.
I deserve it. Imagine wasting me on a beat. I should have been in homicide years ago.
Homicide?
Murder, my lads. So if you're thinking of knocking anybody off, think again, because Bloodhound Mulcahy's on the job. So long, boys.
What are we gonna do now?
Hide out.
Oh, what's the use? They'll find us.
Kid, there's not much I can do. Practically nothing. But there's one thing I can do better than anybody in this whole world.
Hide?
Hide. Don't go wandering off, kid. It's pretty scary down here.
Yeah. Say, where are we anyhow?
It's a tunnel for the heat pipes. It runs under the whole S. Peter Pryor College.
Maney, only a great hider like you could have found such a great hiding place.
Oh, it's fair, son. Fair. I seen better. Once I had a place where I hid it for 47 days. That's almost a month.
47 days before they found you?
What found? Who looks? That's why I'm such a great hider. Nobody ever comes to look for me. That's the beauty of this hiding place. You know where that ladder leads to? To the home economics class. And that's where them girls cook cakes all day long. And then at night, we sneak out and eat them.
Cakes? Every night, honest?
Yeah, with frosting yet. Come on, kid. Let's go.
Lead on, my leader.
Hey, these here are the smocks the girls wear when they're cooking. Come on. And these here are the stoves the girls cook on.
See? Where are the cakes?
Right over here.
Oh, crikey. Look at the assortment. Angel food, devil's food, marble cake, spice cake, fruit cake. Which one should I take?
It don't matter, Must. They all kind of taste the same. These girls cook kind of funny. See what I mean?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And on Wednesday, they got pot roast.
Yeah, what's it taste like?
Like the cake.
How long do you think we can hide out here?
How about forever?
Maynard and Dunky wanted to hide out in that tunnel forever. Well, forever's a long haul, even the way Maynard tells time. But as long as he and Dunky kept hiding out in that cold tunnel, Dad and I were in hot water. I mean, once Officer Mulcahy got out of that blue uniform and put on his homicide outfit, he started coming up with some very peculiar ideas. Sergeant, you can't seriously be accusing us, lovable us, sweet, decent us, of murder.
Let me ask you this. Where's Dunky?
At the movies.
In school and at the movies at the same time, huh?
No, Dad, what's the use? We better tell the sergeant everything.
Yeah, I guess you're right, son.
All right, now you're talking. Now, let me warn you that anything you say will be taken down and can be used against you in evidence.
Evidence? What evidence? We didn't lay a glove on the kid. He ran away of his own accord, right, son?
Right, Dad, 2 days ago.
Well, how come you didn't notify the police?
Because if we notify the police notify his father, and his father gets the idea I am not bringing the kid up right and forgets the idea of giving us the oil wells.
A likely story.
You got a better one?
I'm glad you asked that question. Item. Herbert T. Gillis and you too, Dobie, have been bragging all over town that you're about to come into some oil property from Timothy Gillis. True?
Well...
Item. Donkey Gillis is or was Timothy Gillis' next of kin. True?
Well...
True. And in the event of Donkey Gillis' death, who becomes Timothy Gillis' next of kin and inherits all those oil wells? Herbert T. Gillis. True?
Well...
I rest my case.
Now, just a minute. I happen to be a veteran and a taxpayer, and one of the leading
So now you know how I realized my boyhood ambition to get my name and picture in the paper. Oh, we got out of jail by raising bail. To get the money, Dad mortgaged the store, the truck, and Mom's genuine imitation fur coat. But unless Dunky showed up, and soon, we were cinched to be right back behind bars. That's when fate, bless its little heart, stepped in. Well, not exactly fate. What stepped in to save us from the hot seat was a cold wave.
Good morning, girls. My name is Dr. Burkhardt, and I am substituting today for Miss Cagle, your regular home economics teacher. They chose me for 2 excellent reasons. First, because I have degrees in anthropology and Middle English literature, which naturally makes me an expert on cooking. Second, because during this terrible cold wave, I am the only member of the faculty who has not come down with double pneumonia. Single pneumonia? Yes. However, I am confident that working together, we will make a go of it. Oh, am I kidding? This has got to be a disaster. But let's press on. Can anyone tell me today's project?
A layer of cake, only we're out of flour.
Oh, that's a good fast start. What's the procedure when we're out of flour?
Well, Miss Cagle usually calls Gillis's groceries, but she's not here, and Mr. Gillis is in jail.
Oh, but according to the newspapers, Mr. Gillis is out on bail. Why don't you call him, there's a good girl, and have him bring over a sack of flour immediately? Ooh, this place is ice cold. Would you girls join me in a little Fahrenheit? Maintenance? This is home economics. Could we have some heat up here right away, please? The room is ice cold. Sir, I am not unsympathetic with your budget, but unless you send us some heat this minute, I intend to give you a real budget problem because I'm going to burn the tables, the books. Oh, thank you. I knew you'd see it my way. Ladies, warmth is on the way. All right, my queens of the kitchen, let us proceed. What do you say we milk the butter for our shortening? And you have just heard my entire repertoire of little cooking hints.
You whistle?
Me? I can't whistle. Oh, that's why I lose so many dogs.
Well, somebody's whistling.
Also, it's getting hot in here. It's getting kind of awful hot. Yeah. Oh, let's get out of here before we get roasted.
Which way?
Oh, come now.
Now what?
Now we head for Outsidesville.
You know we got weight enforcement when we get to Outsidesville?
Copsville?
Copsville.
I just had another brilliant idea, namely Insidesville.
You stay here?
Good thinking. You sure got it up there, kid. Quick, Operation Disguiseville. Let's go.
Oh, one moment, girls, while I bone up on this recipe.
Maney, this is nuts. That teacher's gonna recognize us. Not her, not a chance. That's Dr. Burkhardt. She don't see too well.
So why don't you wear glasses?
I'll tell you why, because she's still looking for a husband. Poor old thing, she's 35 years old and still hoping. Poor old thing. Hey, listen to you, kid. Chicks might get old, but they never give up trying. Okay, now, let's go.
All right, girls, take your places. We're about to begin.
See what I tell you, blind as a bat.
All right, my young homemakers, and I use the term Lucy, let us proceed. Now, I will read the recipe step by step, and believe me, I will be as surprised and interested as you. First, separate 4 eggs. That is to say, you separate the yolks from the whites. Now add half a cup of butter. Add half a cup of walnuts. Now take your sifter.
You got a sifter? No, but I got a brother in Cleveland.
Beat the contents of the bowl vigorously. Girls, that is enough horseplay. Now, pop into oven.
Would you mind repeating that?
I said pop into oven.
It's too small for me, Donkey. You better go. Right.
Set the oven at 325.
Is that the kind of manners they teach you, this Peter Pryor?
And who, sir, might you be?
Well, I might be Marcel Marceau, but I ain't. Mr. G! Mayor!
Oh, it's Mr. G. I mean, it's the ghost of Mr. G. And he's coming to haunt me like in the Late Show. Oh, gee, I'm sorry. Mr. G, it was an accident. I didn't mean it, please.
Maynard, where have you been? And where is Duncan? We've been looking all over for you two.
Please, Mr. Ghost.
I'm not a ghost.
Then how come you're so pasty and ghosty?
Maynard, I'm for real. Pinch me.
If you don't mind, I'd rather pinch her. Or her.
You are growing up, Maynard, but later. Now, go on, pinch me. See there? Pinch. Go on, I'm for real. Pinch me. Go on, pinch. Pinch. Now, where's Dunky?
Oh, no, I ain't squealing. Donkey who?
You know who.
Oh, what are you going to do to him?
What would I do to my beloved nephew, Dunky?
Donkey who?
Maynard, they're going to throw me back in jail.
Donkey who?
Excuse me, do you smell something burning?
Donkey who?
Over here, Dr. Burkhardt.
Oh, are you all right, boy?
Are you?
Of course I am. Are you?
Fine.
Oh, my dear, sweet, darling, lovable nephew, Dunky.
Donkey who?
Well, here it is. The letter from my brother Timothy. And I want to say right here and now that all of the wonderful things I have done for Duncan, I have done out of the goodness of my heart, with no thought whatsoever for the few lousy little oil wells his father's going to give me for taking such kind and loving care of his son.
Mr. G, ain't that envelope awful small to hold an oil well?
No, Maynard, what Uncle Tim is sending, Dad, are stock certificates for the oil wells.
Son, don't try to explain it to him. Anybody who is such a lame brain that he can't get it through his head that you cannot send oil in a letter.
For joy, what an age we live in. Anyway, much better than pen. Also the lips.
Minds of the century. Note that the two brains are virtually identical. I defy anyone to point out the slightest difference between them.
Yes, sir.
Very well, Mr. Gillis. How can you tell these two brains apart?
Sir, the genius brain is in an old mayonnaise jar, and the criminal brain is in an old pickle jar.
Thank you, Mr. Gillis. Remind me to invite you to our next autopsy, preferably as a subject. It has always been considered impossible to distinguish one type of brain from another until now. Oh, yes, I have discovered with my customary keen insight that there is one difference. The abnormal brain contains a chemical compound called lycanthropic acid, or LYC-13, and the normal brain does not. This LYC-13 acts as a boost of fuel for the mind and makes it move and work faster.
Hey, I get it. Instant brain.
Yes, in a sense, Mr. Gillis. I have developed a method of manufacturing LYC-13 right here in the laboratory. Oh, home brew, so to speak. Miss Brownlee, if you will bring me one of those guinea pigs, I shall demonstrate the effects of my wonder chemical on one of nature's most stupid, backward, dull-witted creatures.
You rang?
In the world to knock science, but when those scientists start messing around with people's heads, I get scared. I mean, look what happened to Frankenstein and Dracula and to Fred C. Dobbs. Aha, you never heard about him, did you? Well, that's because he was smart and wouldn't let anybody fool around with his brain. Now, where was that? Oh, yeah, yes. And what about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Look what happened when Dr. Jekyll drank up all the bubbly stuff in a glass and turned into a monster.
Yummy.
Yeah, Maynard, you're not a monster, and give me that.
Man, just like a Late Late Show, Mr. Tickle and Dr. Clyde.
Maynard, that's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Professor Dartmoor isn't interested in old movies on television.
First, I shall demonstrate how hopelessly stupid this creature behaves without LYC-13. Each time he makes a wrong turn in his efforts to reach the letters at the end of the maze, he will run into a wall and set off this alarm. When he finally reaches the letters at the end of the maze, he shall set off this signal. Oh, hopeless one, run for your dinner. There's no point allowing him to continue. As you can see, he'll never make it unless I feed him the proper dosage of LYC-13. Now, I give him 1 micromilligram of my wonder chemical and... Oh, observe how it is taking effect already. His eyes are beginning to cross. When LYC-13 takes hold, that's always the first reaction. This brings us to an interesting question. Why don't we feed this amazing product to human beings, you ask?
Not me. I didn't ask nothing. Did you, Doe?
Not me.
LYC-13 cannot be given to human beings because it is also found in the brains of fiends, eccentrics, and dangerous criminals. The right amount can turn an average brain into a genius, but the wrong dose can change him into a monster. Ah, thank heaven. It's time for those two glorious words that fill my day with joy. Class dismissed.
I'm sorry, but today we just can't eat lunch.
We gotta eat it. It's too lumpy to drink.
Maynard, you don't understand. Gloria will be finished in the lab any minute now, and 3's a crowd.
What's the problem? If we move fast, we can blow this place before she even finds us. Okay. I dig why you're dumping me. But why is a good-looking chick like her hooked on a loser like you?
Loser? It just so happens that she's ape for fellas with wavy brown hair like mine.
Ooh, watch it, Dobe. Watch it. You could lose her to any friendly grizzly bear.
Hi, Curly Locks.
See what I mean? Ah, Gloria, my angel.
Maynard, doesn't Dobie have the most beautiful hair you ever saw?
Like true. And you better enjoy it while you got it, skinhead.
Skinhead?
Oh, yeah, them Gillis is balled up at an early age. It runs in the family.
Maynard, go home. It's time for Cartoon Carnival.
I walked in on him once, and I thought I was at a Yule Brynner convention.
Maynard,
Dobie, is this true?
Of course not. He's just trying to be cute.
I don't have to try to be cute. It comes to me natural.
Dobie, I refuse to get serious about a boy who's liable to look like a ping pong ball by the time we're 30. So we're going to go take a good look at your father.
Gloria, this is ridiculous.
We'll see. Come on.
Maynard, it's a good thing we're friends or I'd hate you.
Mr. Krebs, I have been looking everywhere for you.
You should ask me where I was, your deanship. I knew where I'd been every minute.
Mr. Krebs, I have a most serious problem to discuss with you. You're standing as a student. Forgive me for being so blunt, but apparently you don't belong here at all. You were admitted into this college by mistake. You see, your high school records were misplaced, and I did not see them until this morning. And Mr. Krebs, they are atrocious, abominable, and disgraceful.
You don't have to beat around the bush. If you think my grades ain't so hot, just say so.
They ain't so hot.
They ain't?
Mr. Krebs, if you are to remain in this college, you will have to take a comprehensive examination.
Like, uh-oh.
And if you fail to pass, we shall be forced to return you to the class for which you are mentally equipped.
Oh, no, not back to high school.
High school, nothing. 3rd grade. My office for examination at 2 o'clock sharp.
2 o'clock? That's when Mickey's little hand's on the 2 and his big hand's on the 12. True?
True, Mr. Krebs, true. And good luck to you. You'll need it. Boy, will you need it.
The lady barber. I'm sorry, miss, but I got my hair cut at Scarpita's. Now, there's a barber.
No, Dad, you don't understand. You see, Gloria and I are well an item, and she wants to make sure baldness doesn't run in our family.
Oh, well, you got nothing to worry about, miss. Why, I got more hair on my head than any man my age in the neighborhood.
Well,
How old do you think I am?
I'd rather not make a guess, Mr. Gillis.
Oh, don't be bashful. Go ahead.
53.
46, and you're right. You shouldn't have made a guess.
The follicles look healthy.
Where did you meet this nut? In a chicken flicking factory?
Everything seems to be satisfactory. Now, if I could just see Mrs. Gillis.
Oh, I shall call her for you. Baldy!
Everybody's a comic.
Hey, Dobe. Hey, Dobe, you gotta help me. I gotta learn everything in these books, and we better get started right now, because I only got a half an hour.
Maynard, I'd do anything in the world for you. I'd climb the highest mountain. I'd swim the deepest
You're gonna
river.
dump the chick?
No.
Good buddy, this is the serious thing that ever happened to me. If they kick me out of school, you and me won't be good buddies no more. I mean, right now I'm what they call a lovable eccentric. I mean, with this beard and sneakers and like that. But if they put me back in school with them little kids, everybody will laugh at me, and I couldn't stand that.
Maynard, I wish I could help you, but there's nothing I can do.
Don't let them break up our buddyship, good buddy. I mean, it's been me for you and you for me and T for two and two for T and like that ever since we've been little tiny babies. I mean, like, look.
Maynard, I'm getting pretty misty. And Maynard, I'd do anything in the world for you. I'd climb the highest mountain. I'd swim
gonna
the
dump the
deepest...
chick?
No.
Thanks a lot.
Maynard, I'm sorry, but it's impossible for anybody to learn all that stuff in such a short time except maybe a genius.
A genius. Yeah, genius, that's it. I'll become a genius.
You, a genius?
A genius? You, Krebs? Why, giving you a shot of LYC-13 to make you brilliant is ridiculous. It's insane. It's sheer madness.
Enough flattery. Are you going to do it?
Absolutely not. And besides, when the LYC-13 wears off, it's likely to leave the subject even stupider than he was in the first place.
Then I'll drink more of it. Oh, come on, please. Come on.
Krebs, cease. The matter is closed. I must feed the animals.
Say, that's pretty cruel, locking all these species up in cages.
There's no place for sentiment in science. The inferior creature invariably ends up in a cage. Present company accepted.
Likewise, I'm sure.
No offense, Krebs, but I'm putting this valuable preparation where it will be safe from busy little hands.
Namely mine?
Namely yours. It isn't that I doubt your honesty, Krebs. It's simply that you look like a crook to me. Well, cheerio, lad. And if you should ever decide to leave your brain to science, don't forget it. Ta-ta.
Drink or not to drink? That is the question. 2 o'clock, time for the test. And I'm too old for sand pile and bead string, and what am I waiting for? Hark, if my ears do not deceive me, that is an aquatic biped of the family Antidae of the genus Anai, commonly characterized by multicolored epidermity.
Dean Hollister, I hope it won't take us long to knock off this feller Driggs.
I assure you, Professor Nastington, the whole thing will be over with in a hurry, and his name is Krebs.
Krebs, Driggs, Craggs, I don't care how you spell it. He's still a wretched, useless, broken-down waste of time.
Can it be that a person or persons within this room have peeled, told, chime, or otherwise tintinnabulated a resonant sounding device in order to beckon someone to fetch me hence?
Obviously a blithering idiot.
I'm afraid so.
And observe that pitiful, scraggly excuse for a beer. The sign of a bankrupt mentality.
All right, Krebs, let's begin with this examination. May we start with a few simple questions on the economic problems of the Hawaiian Islands?
We may. In 1949, the Hawaiian Islands produced 8,045,941 tons of sugar cane.
Absolutely correct.
But of course, and since we're on the subject of geography, the capital of North Dakota is Bismarck, population of which is 18,640, estimated as of the last census.
Incredible!
No, Bismarck. Incredible is a small village in southwest Surrey, England, a fact not generally known to the incognoscenti.
Perhaps we should switch to literature.
Perhaps we should, dear chappa. Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky was born in Moscow in 1821. His greatest novel was Crime and Punishment, although some critics, mainly those of the 19th century, prefer The Brothers Karamazov. Chacun à son goût. In French, that means each to his own taste. The equivalent expression in German...
Superb, Mr. Krebs. Superb. How are you at fractions?
Fractions? Surely you jest. Spatial equations.
Spatial equation?
Involving the time factor, of course. Now, here's an amusing little tidbit that might interest you, gentlemen. Notice how the time factor correlates with the xy to the nth power, which seems to suggest that the square root of infinity is unpredictable in its relationship to its coordinates. Now, but not necessarily. Now, here among the quadratics...
I think you've made your point, Mr. Krebs. As a matter of fact, I think we can dispense with the rest of this examination.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to talk to you about taking over the physics, mathematics, and English department.
I'll write out the recommendation for your immediate acceptance as an honor student. Mr. Krebs, just what is the correct spelling of your last name, Zach?
Let's see now. I know it as good as my own name now. Don't tell me. Can we come back to that question later?
Is something wrong, Mr. Krebs?
Mr. Who? Mr. Who? Mr. Who? Yeah, that's my name, Maynard G. Who. Oh, boy, I knew it'd come to me sooner or later. Next question?
Something very odd going on here.
But what's so like odd? I have to get back to Professor Dartmoor's lab. I just remembered that I forgot something. Oops, wrong door.
What exactly did you forget, Mr. Krebs?
I forget.
Oh, the chalk, delicious.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
Wait for me. I'm nosy, too. What's the matter? Where's the eggs?
Cribs, or whatever you are, what are you doing?
Showing that inferior creatures belong in cages.
Maynard, I'm overwhelmed. Is it really you?
Oh, I'll show you a way to get over being whelmed. Here, hold this. Teach you to dump your goodest buddy, you Arnold Benedict.
Maynard, that's Benedict Arnold, and yes, it is really you. Maynard, what's happening to you?
It's already happened. You must have swallowed the entire bottle of LYC-13.
Oh, yes. I much prefer it to wine. Here, hold it.
Maynard! Let me out. Let me out. Let me out of here.
I shall return by the moonlight.
Maynard, come back.
Stop him, somebody. Stop him.
Incidentally, I love the moon. It's so pale and dead.
Maynard, come back. We'll do everything we can to help you.
Speak for yourself, Gillis. Speak for yourself.
I had to find Maynard. I knew that no matter how much of that terrible stuff he had swallowed, on the inside he was still the same sweet, lovable, kindly Maynard. Maynard, stop!
There's almost left him. Here's an oodle.
Maynard, why are you doing these terrible things? This isn't the real you.
Like two. The real me was that poor slug who turned your back on when I was crying for help and assistance. Maybe both. Don't complain. It's tutti frutti.
By this time, a lesser man might have given up on Maynard, but not me. No, sir, because there's one word that doesn't exist in the Gillis dictionary. Surrender. Quit, we got. Also, stop, turn back, cease, desist, and forget the whole thing. But I wasn't going to do any of these, because what had happened to Maynard was all my fault, and it was up to me to turn him back into a human being. But it wasn't going to be easy.
Hello, Maynard.
Can I be of assistance, Mr. G?
Oh, you can be of big assistance. Get lost, will you? I've been working all day like a dog getting this display up here. It's pretty artistic, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. Now, as soon as I get this other carton full of cans, stick up there.
I will carry that for you, Mr. G. I have superhuman strength, you see.
You have superhuman gall, you see. Do you think you can carry something that Herbert T. Gillis can't?
Naturally, I'm a monster.
Well, it's about time you admitted it. I've been telling you that for years. And take that stupid expression off your face. Get rid of the wacky outfit. What are you trying to do? Scare somebody?
Ooh, must be taught respect. Any questions?
Maynard, you did this. You did all this. I'll pulverize you. You.
Try monster, for that is what I am.
it. He isn't the real Maynard.
I must find a place to sleep. Where is the nearest graveyard?
Something had to be done. But what? I racked my brain, and then it came to me. If Professor Dartmoor could invent something that turned Maynard into a monster, he could also invent something that would make him human again. Couldn't he? Of course he could.
We play a dangerous game when we tamper with the dark recesses of a man's soul.
Please, Professor.
Who knows what mysterious forces we may unleash that will destroy us all. I don't know. I've developed 3 separate cures for LYC-13. Each is a possibility, but I can't be certain.
Well, one of them's got to work. Otherwise, Maynard's going to spend the rest of his life wandering around like some horrible, creepy, terrifying spook.
You shrieked. Like halt. Don't anybody move.
Maynard, what are you going to do?
What I should have done a long time ago. I'm going to take this razor,
Maynard.
see? And then I'm going to make sure it's real dull.
Hey, Maynard, please.
Then I'm going to shave off every hair on that wavy brown head in cold water.
Maynard, don't stop and think. Think of the days when we were little babies together.
No, my head's made up. I'm going through with it.
Maynard, we shared everything. Our joys, our sorrows, our pablum, our chicken pox.
Don't be afraid. It'll be over in a moment.
Maynard, you're forcing me to do this, but... Look at him, Maynard. Look.
Don't hate me, Doe. I'm not bad. Just weak.
You're going to be fine, Maynard. We'll take care of everything. Quick, Professor, the anti-monster drink.
Here's number 1, an ingenious mixture. I'll wager it works magnificently.
Yes, here, drink this. He's turned into Professor Nastington.
Well, you can't win them all.
Yes, so we've got to try the second cure.
After that mess, it's better not to risk it.
We're not going to leave him like this. Quick, Professor, give me the mixture. Here, try this, Professor Nasty, Maynard.
I knew I put in too much vinegar.
Mr. Dartmoor, we've got to try the third mixture.
True, no matter what happened, it couldn't be any worse than that. Yes. Cheers. I failed miserably.
Oh, don't punish yourself too much, Professor. We may have stumbled on something rather interesting. Maynard, we've known one another for many years, but suddenly I see you in a new light. So enchanting, so lovely, so different. And goodbye, Gloria.
Trying to tell me that Krebs is still a girl?
Yes, isn't it horrible?
Yeah, horrible.
Like, hi, it's me, sweet, cuddly, shabby me. Ain't it grand?
Welcome home, Mr. Krebs. And don't ever change again.
Okay, I'll stay as sweet as I am.
Thank heavens the college is saved.
Hey, Doe, you don't look awful happy to see me.
I'm happy.
Krebs, this is fabulous. You discovered the anti-monster cure.
What cure? I was munching on sunflower seeds and peanut brittle, and all of a sudden I was my sweet, lovable, nothing self again. Amazing, huh?
Sunflower seeds and peanut brittle. The polyunsaturates unsaturated the superunsaturates. Why, of course. How stupid of me not to think of it.
I'll buy that.
Mr. Krebs, since we seem to have come through this without too much damage, you are free to remain within these hallowed walls forever. And I'm sure you will.
For joy. Look at me. I'm Joe College again.
And now, Professor Dartmoor, there are a couple of words I'd like to say to you about those rather odd experiments you've been carrying on.
Yes?
Drop them.
Hey, Doe, what should I wear tonight?
What should you wear?
Yeah, last night you said the dress I was wearing was too
Show
short.
Maynard. Brightly in the close-knit Gillis family. Observe how my close-knit father feels it.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la.
Look how my kid cousin Dunky feels it.
'Tis a season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la.
And of course my mother feels the holiday spirit more than anyone.
Christmas? Bah! Humbug!
When my mother expressed her opinion at Christmas a minute ago, she was, shall we say, irritated?
Christmas. Bah! Humbug.
We shall say irritated. Also mad, angry, furious, and irked. Why? Why was my lovable mom so grouchy Christmas-wise? It's very odd. Because when the holiday season started this year, she was happy as a lark.
And I want to sing like a nightingale. Fa la 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 la. How's that for knocking out a little Christmas cheer, huh, kiddo?
Merry Christmas, Aunt Winnie, and seeing you're in such a good mood, do you mind if I have a couple of bucks for tonight?
Merry Christmas to you, Duncan, and I'm not in that good a mood.
Why not? The holiday season is here.
So is your Uncle Herbert. Does that answer your question?
It does, and I give up.
Gangway for Herbert T. Gillis, full of Christmas cheer and love of his fellow man. And Dunky, you better keep your paws off that cash register, or you are going to wind up with a fistful of stubby fingers.
Herbie, that is positively the most beautiful tree I've
Don't
ever
try
seen.
to soft
You're
soap me,
sensational
boy.
taste.
I'm up to your sleazy tricks, and hey, I am kind of artistic, ain't I?
It's lovely, dear, and so huge. Must have cost a fortune.
Well, Winnie Pooh, you happen to be married to Herbert T. Gillis, one of the large-time spenders.
You're wonderful, dear.
A heart as big as all outdoors.
You're generous.
What delivery truck did it fall off?
Runnings' department store, and you should have seen the way I had to fight those kids over there.
That's all right, Herbert, dear. It's the thought that counts.
No, it ain't. It's the money.
You don't mean that.
No, I guess I don't. Boy, I'm full of that Christmas spirit right up to here. I'm in love with everybody in the whole world, human, inhuman, or anybody in between.
You rang?
Merry Christmas.
Enough of this polite gibble-gabble. Where's my present?
Christmas isn't till next week. I'm afraid you'll have to wait.
What's to be afraid? I'll wait. In the meantime, let us take a Yuletide banana break. Oh, yeah. Happy holidays to all. Cheers.
Dear, dear, that's cheers. And why don't you tell us why you're here before Mr. Gillis forgets that he's filled with holiday cheer?
I brought me a letter from my mother.
Oh, from your mother?
Oh, my father, I forget which. They both look alike.
Winnie, you do me an injustice. With all this Christmas spirit in the world, forget. I'm filled with holiday cheer.
Maynard is moving in with us.
I just got unfilled, Maynard.
His folks would like to know if we can take care of him while they visit relatives in Cleveland.
See how they love me?
They love you?
Sure, this is the first time they ever told me the name of a real place. Always before they made him up so I couldn't find him. Ain't that heartwarming?
Oh, that's just what it is, heartwarming. But you ain't staying here, boy.
Well, name me one good reason.
Because I couldn't stand to see you around the house.
Name me two good reasons.
Herbert, dear, be generous. What would be so terrible about having Maynard around with us for a few days? Joining in the family fun, eating with us, talking to us all day and all night. Maynard, I've just had a wonderful idea. Why don't you go to Cleveland with your folks?
You don't have to beat around the bush. If you don't want me, just come right out and say so.
We don't want you.
Very well, I shall kill myself.
Maynard, stop acting silly.
Oh, very well, I shall hold my breath until I turn purple. And that don't match my green complexion. It's sickening.
Maynard, dear, of course we want you with us during the holidays.
Sure we do.
You bet we do.
Like heck we do. Don't now, Herbert, me. My head is made up. Maynard moves into this house over my dead body.
Am I disturbing you, Mr. G?
No, I always sleep better with a foot in my face.
Ooh, my Christmas stocking. Let's see. Yeah, there's just about enough room to hang it here on Christmas Eve so Santa can fill it with goodies.
Oh, goody, goody.
The fireplace is awful small. Poor Santa Claus can make it down okay.
Maynard, this Santa Claus that you're talking about, he's the one that comes down people's chimneys?
Yeah, if they got a chimney, they don't. He flies in through the window.
Man, I switched from Santa Claus to girls when I was 12.
Maynard, how old are you? 11 or 21, I forget.
Maynard, you were 21 last July.
No kidding? What age we live in?
Take me. I've heard everything now. I'm ready to go. Take me.
Maynard, this Santa Claus you believe in. He's the real live one with the red suit and the white beard, the big fat stomach.
Yep, old Santa flies all over the world on Christmas Eve in his sled and reindeer, bringing presents to little kids, unregardless of where they are.
No, brother.
And to adults, too, also unregardless. Don't worry, Mrs. G, he'll bring you whatsoever you want.
Well, I hope somebody brings me a shiny new automatic washer and a shiny new automatic dryer.
Somebody will bring you a shiny new washboard and a clothesline.
Oh, no, Santa would never be that mean. He'll bring everybody exactly what they want.
Exactly what I want's a new sports jacket.
And exactly what your son Dobie wants is a brand new ping pong table.
A ping pong table, huh? Exactly what I get him is...
Now, Herbert.
Oh, ye of little faith, how ye shall talk out of the other side of ye head when ye Santa brings you everything ye want.
You're a nut.
Maynard, dear, we all believe in Santa Claus, just as you do. We believe in him as a symbol, as a warm, wonderful example of goodness and kindness and goodwill to everyone.
Santa believes in them things, too.
Let me take a stab at straightening the boy out. Maynard, you've seen the Santa Claus in all the department stores, haven't you?
You bet. My mom takes me every year. I sit in his lap.
Okay, now, is he the real Santa Claus?
Surely you, Josh.
He's just a man dressed in a Santa Claus suit, right?
Right. Didn't you know that? A kid your age? Dunky, the man in the suit is one of Santa's helpers. I mean, Santa himself can't be everywhere, so Santa's helpers give the kids laps to sit on. Next question?
What about all the Santa Clauses on the street corners?
Well, those fellas come over from the unemployment insurance office, but during Christmas time, they're Santa's helpers, too. Don't forget, there's an awful lot of street corners in this world. Probably more than 37.
And what about all of the Santa Clauses on movies and
Actors
television?
paid in money, but during Christmas time, they help Santa, too.
And what about the Santa Claus at school, when you have your Christmas party?
That's Mr. Magruder. I mean, he's terrible, mean, and rotten, but during Christmas time, he works with Santa, too. Any dumbhead knows that. No offense, Mrs. G.
Then you have never seen the real Santa Claus, true?
True. But then I never seen the real Marshall Dillon, neither, and I know he's real. Of course, I'm not too sure about Chester. See, Mrs. G, when Santa Claus comes down the chimney on Christmas Eve, all good little girls and boys, like me, are sound asleep. So naturally, we never get to see him.
Maynard, you are 21 years old.
Or 11. I could look it up. Spooky.
All right, Coops. At ease. Knock it off. If Maynard wants to believe in Santa Claus, let him believe in Santa Claus. It's a free country.
God bless America.
And leave the boy alone.
Yeah, leave the boy alone.
Leave the kid alone. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But when the kid is Maynard G. Krebs, and even with the Christmas spirit and all, you know, it's a pretty tough thing to leave him alone.
And I'll leave him alone right after I strangle him.
Mr. Gillis, he said the pipes for the new automatic washer-dryer had to be put in immediately, before Christmas.
Well, why did you listen to the lunkhead?
Here now, is that a nice way to talk about your son?
Talk about my son! My name is Gillis. His name is Krebs. How can he be my son?
You said you made him change his name to protect your reputation.
And that is the first thing he ever said that makes sense.
Nobody would give his wife such a beautiful Christmas present, except a very generous man. Well, appearances are deceiving.
Damn, just a minute.
All right, I can't stand around here talking to you all day. I got to see about the job upstairs.
The job upstairs? What job upstairs? Hey, just a minute. Are you sure the guy that ordered this was Maynard? Describe him.
His description is impossible.
That's Maynard.
Stop! Oh, whatever you creeps are doing, stop! Hold!
Cease, desist.
What, and leave the job half finished?
What do you think you're doing on my living room floor?
Well, you gotta have a lot of light, plus a cork floor if you're gonna play it right.
Play what right? What?
Ping pong. On that fine new ping pong table you bought for your other son, Dopey.
That's Dobie with a B, and I'll pulverize that mate.
You know you gotta be a big spender. Putting in a ping pong table and an automatic washer dryer? Boy, appearances really are deceiving.
Get rid of this stuff, all of it. Now.
Okay, but it'll cost you a big wad of dough for what we already done, plus putting things back like it was. Krebs said hang the expense.
Yeah, well, after I've hung Krebs, how much expense am I going to be left hanging with?
Well, I quoted him $250, but he said you wouldn't consider it for less than $300.
what
It
is
being the holiday season and all. And there's $200 for the downstairs.
Hello, Bear Krebs.
I gotta hand it to you, sir. You look awful mean and rotten, but underneath, I guess you're just a sweet, lovable Santa Claus.
Kimmer!
Dad, forget it. You could kill Maynard with that.
Yeah.
Maynard didn't mean any harm. He was just trying to help Santa Claus.
Sure picked a miserable way to do it. Somebody ought to straighten him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, very funny. Hitting Maynard with that won't do it.
How do we know? Do we try?
Talking to him didn't do any good. What we need is action.
Yeah.
Dad, forget the bat, huh? You know you'd never hit Maynard.
Oh, I know, but let me dream, huh?
Hold it. I've got a great idea.
So have I.
No, Dad, no. Listen. Maynard told us that Santa Claus slides down the chimney on Christmas Eve, right?
So?
But he admits he's never seen Santa Claus, right?
So?
If he ever actually saw Santa Claus, it'd shock him right smack out of his wits, right?
It's a short smack, but that I like.
Yeah, get this. Midnight, Christmas Eve. Maynard's sitting at the fireplace waiting for Santa Claus.
Visions of sugar plums and like that, dancing in his tiny head.
Exactly. And then jolly old Kris Kringle himself slides down the chimney.
How's that gonna happen?
Here we dress up somebody to look like Santa Claus. A donkey mood music again.
Deck those.
Now. Maynard jumps up on Santa's lap. He starts telling old Chris what he wants for Christmas. And then at the perfect psychological moment, bam!
I clobber him with the bat.
Santa Claus pulls off the beard and says, look, it's not really Santa Claus, it's only Herbert T. Gillis.
Only Herbert T. Gillis?
Shock him to his senses, see, Uncle Herbie?
No, it's cruel.
But vital.
It's mean.
But necessary.
It is vicious and rotten, and it might have a very harmful effect on the boy. And when do we start?
Yeah, that's the way to talk, Dad. Now, all we have to do is find somebody to dress up like Santa Claus.
Yeah. It's got to be somebody not too young. Wrinkles. A big red nose.
Attaboy,
and...
Dad. We knew you'd
Good old Uncle Herbie. What did I say?
So with only 3 days till Christmas, I dragged Maynard off to the movies so Dad could go up on the roof and rehearse his big dramatic debut as Santa Claus. Ho, 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 boy.
Herbie, Maynard and Dobie are gone. Coast is clear.
All right, stand back. Here I come.
It looks awfully narrow, dear. Maybe you better come through the window.
Santa Claus comes down the chimney. I'm Santa Claus. I'm coming down the chimney. Now look out. Geronimo!
Uncle Herbie?
I'm stuck halfway down.
Try to exhale, dear. It makes you thinner.
Exhale? Okay.
Good night, Uncle Herbie.
Exhale, Herbert. You inhaled.
How am I going to exhale without I first inhale? Okay, I'll try it again. I'm stuck again.
Uncle Herbie won't do any good to keep kicking.
You just get Maynard with him kicking rage and it'll do a lot of good.
Uncle Herbie?
Yeah?
Anybody ever tell you got nice legs?
Dad doesn't do things by halfway measures. When he makes up his mind, nothing stands in his way. So when he found himself stuck in the fireplace, he took bold, aggressive action.
I did it, and I'm glad.
You're glad you're helping Maynard? How sweet.
Helping schmelping. I'm glad they got me out of that old chimney, and now I got one that fits. Oh, that Maynard better appreciate this.
It'll be wonderful if this scheme works, but will Maynard really believe he's Santa Claus?
We got it all worked out. He'll even hear Santa's reindeer and those sleigh bells on the roof. I got some sound effect records from school. I'll play them from the kitchen at exactly the right moment. Watch.
Hey, this sounds like horses.
Who knows the difference?
No, Maynard won't, that's for sure.
Listen.
Never mind the beautiful. The main thing is that he doesn't get smart that it's a phony. Now, let's get this straight. I come down the chimney, and Maynard sits in my lap and tells me all the things he wants for Christmas. And when he's finished, bam, I snatch off the beard, he sees it's me, and the shock jolts him completely out of his wits, and I could have got the same effect with the baseball bat.
They jolt him into becoming a mature, well-adjusted human being.
Do you really think so?
No, but it's worth a try.
Look, after all the dough I sunk in this, if it doesn't work, I'll kick Maynard clean into next Christmas.
Herbert, I don't suppose I have a prayer of getting that new
Not a
automatic
prayer.
washer.
No washer dryer.
Herbert, you are the true spirit of Yuletide.
And a good night to you, too, Miss Merry Christmas.
Dan, let's rehearse your act.
Rehearse? Who needs to rehearse? With my lovable personality, I'm the perfect type for Santa Claus. Let's rehearse.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So I come down the chimney, and I look at Maynard with a big, friendly smile.
Here, you better try this on.
Try this, Dan. Smile is not the greatest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Put it on. Much better. Cover it up. Dad, you're a perfect Santa Claus. If Santa had shifty eyes. I guess we're stuck with him. Let's see if you can make up for it by the way you're going to talk to Maynard.
All right. After I smile on him, I turn to him and I say,
Yeah.
And now, little man, what is your name? How's that sound?
Like a used car salesman. Dan, let's rehearse your ho-ho-ho. It's the key to the whole scene.
Ho, 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 ho.
Dad, Santa Claus, not Yogi Bear.
Ho, 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 ho.
Again.
Ho, 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 ho.
I think he's got it.
Ho, 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 ho.
Dan, again.
Ho, 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 ho.
A lot of vitality. Santa Claus, Dad. Bigger, Dad, bigger. Santa Claus, Santa Claus. And so it was that we finally arrived at the night before Christmas. And all through the house, not a creature was stirring, except Maynard G. Krebs.
Oh, for joy, now I'm ready for dear old Santa Claus. Like, wow, this fireplace is a James Dandy. I bet it costs like anything.
What it cost was an automatic washer and dryer.
Boy, Santa will have no trouble coming through there.
Not now, he won't.
Yeah, hey, where's Mr. G? Isn't he going to be here tonight?
He'll be right down, dear. I mean, right up. I mean, right here.
Well, wish him a merry for me because I'm off to Betty. Bye.
Maynard, what's your hurry? It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know, and it's almost nearly midnight, which is when Santa comes, and he won't if I'm not in bed sound asleep.
That was only when you were a little boy, Maynard, but you're not a little boy anymore.
I ain't a little girl.
You're a grown-up boy now. That means you can wait up for Santa Claus.
No kid. Now, you fellas going to stay up and wait for him?
How? We wouldn't miss it.
You've got to stay up, Maynard, because you're the one who convinced us about Santa Claus.
Yes, I was quite brilliant, wasn't I?
Hey, here we go. Well, for just enough to get to midnight. Santa land in the middle with the sleigh bells and jingle bells. Well.
I wouldn't be surprised if some very strange things were about to happen. Yes, sir, very strange indeed.
Donkey, I'm afraid to meet Santa, so I think I better go to bed. Like, bye.
Oh, no, you. All the trouble we went to.
Huh?
There's nothing to be afraid of, Maynard, dear.
What do I hear? What?
Where? From the roof. Sounds more like from the kitchen.
Closer? Oh, what can it be?
You think it is? Oh, it's too much to hope for. Could it be? My ears to see me? By Jove, it is! Tell me already! Santa's sleigh bells!
Maynard hoofs, reindeer hoofs. You hear that, Maynard? Reindeer.
Sounds like horses' hoofs.
Maynard, that's Santa Claus clomping his merry way to the chimney. Yeah, he's here, Maynard. He's here.
Oh, my.
Ho, 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 ho!
It's Santa. It's him. Oh, dear.
Good old St. Nick. Good old sure-footed St. Nick.
Heave the chimney. Dear.
Yes, sir. Here he comes, Maynard. Good old sure. He's coming, Maynard. Good old.
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! And a Merry Christmas to you!
Come on, Maynard, say hello to Santa Claus.
Like high?
Yeah, like
Ho, 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 ho! And now, little man, how would you like to sit in Santa's lap? Ho, 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 ho! And little man, what is your name?
Don't you recognize me, Santa?
Oh, yes! You're Maynard G. Krebs.
Yeah, how about that, Christmas fans? He recognized me. Overjoyed.
Have you been a good little boy this year, Maynard?
Oh, very good. For me, that is.
Oh, well, that's nice. And now tell Santa what you want for Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Enough of this fiddle faddle. Get to it. My legs are going to sleep, and I got my reindeers double parked.
Remember, it's for his own good.
Yeah, sure.
First, I want a ping pong table for Dobie. He's that fellow over there, the one that's flabby and has a weak chin. I know he don't look like much, but he's my good and best buddy, and whatever make him happy will make me happy, too. And then I want a brand new sport jacket for Dunky. He's the little one over there with the weak chin. I know he don't look like much, too, but someday he's going to grow up to be as sweet and lovable as flabby as Dobie.
But what do you want for you?
An automatic washer and an automatic dryer.
For you?
No, for Mrs. G. She needs it. Sloshing around in them suds and dirty water all day, the poor old thing.
All right, I've got it all now, except what do you want?
A fishing rod.
Aha! A fishing rod.
For Mr. G. You know him, don't you? He's that loudmouth fellow who's all the time screaming and hollering and carrying on.
I know him.
Underneath that mean outside, there's a good inside. And maybe if he had a fishing rod, he'd take a couple days off from work, and then he wouldn't be so mean no more.
You know, maybe you got a point there, Maynard. But what do you want?
Oh, nothing, sir. I'm one of them lucky fellas. I got everything I want. I got the biggest ball of tinfoil in town. I got a petrified frog, and I got a stuffed owl, all paid for and clear. I also got the best friends in the whole wide world, or any place else. So you can skip me this year, Santa. But you're true blue for asking.
Maynard, I'm going to tell you something
Yes,
for your
Santa?
own good.
Yes.
Good night, Maynard.
Oh, good night, Santa.
And a Merry Christmas and a ho, ho, ho.
Same for you, Santa, with sugar on it. Ho, 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 ho.
Okay, say it. I chickened out.
You chickened out.
He's that low-down Maynard. I try to do something educational for him, and he goes soft and sloppy. The low-down ingrate.
That's what he is, an ingrate.
Low down.
Yeah, well, let's go in there and straighten him out right now.
Right.
And my iguana and my turtle. Oh, for joy, Santa came in and tucked me in personally. Oh, for joy. Oh, Santa, you're all heart except for the party that's tummy.
I want to tell you something, boy. You're going to get everything that was on your Christmas list. The sport jacket, the ping pong table, and the automatic washer dryer, and no matter what it costs. And that ain't as easy for me to say as you might think.
Goody goody gumdrop. And don't forget the fishing rod for poor old foul-tempered Mr. G.
Okay, and the fishing rod, too.
Oh, this is going to be a real nice Christmas.
The best ever, Maynard.
Oh, good night, Mrs. G. Good night, Dunky G. Good night, Dope G.
Good night, Maynard.
And a good night to you, too, Mr. G.
Hmm?
Oh, you're a great American, Mr. G. It was swell of you to pretend you were Santa.
Maynard, you knew?
Sure, but if it made Mr. G feel good pretending he was Santa, I wouldn't want to spoil it.
Maynard, you're one in a million.
Or even less. You ain't Santa, Mr. G, but that don't mean there's no Santa, does it? Does it?
Nope. Sure don't, Maynard. Nope, sure don't. Well, come on. Let's leave the boy go to sleep. I want you all to come into the living room with me and take turns on me with that baseball bat.
Well, good night, Maynard, and Merry Christmas.
What do they know?
Well, thanks to Maynard, it turned out to be a pretty fine Christmas after all, for some more or less undeserving people.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
La 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 la.
Oh, 'tis the season to be jolly. Tra la 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 la.
Oh, you give me a fight.
You see, it was a Merry Christmas all around. Almost. There was still that question about why Mom had blood in her eye when she said,
Christmas! Bah! Humbug!
I'll give you the answer in two simple words. Money. I mean, Dad decided he had to make up for all the loot that not very cheap holiday cost him. So what did he do?
Lovely, lovely, come on, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Step right up, ladies. There's room for one and all inside the kitchen here. It's 20 cents a wash and 10 cents a dry. And for those of you who have to wait, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Christmas! Bah! Humbug!
Arriva la bella principessa.
Dove Arnaldo?
Arnaldo, Arnaldo.
Arnaldo mio!
You rang?
Krebs get into an opera? That's a good question, and I wish I could give you a good answer. However, I'll have to do the best I can if you'll kindly give me your attention. This is my cousin, Dobie Gillis. Dunky lives at our house. Dunky's 16 years old. Dunky's a nut. And this is Gerard Finster, and frankly, the whole thing's his fault. You see, Gerard married my mother's sister, Mabel, and took her to live in Duluth. Last week, they had their 20th wedding anniversary, so Mom and Dad went out for the celebration, leaving me in charge at home. Well, I had to watch the store, so I asked Maynard to keep an eye on Dunky. That's where I made my mistake.
Goof? Me? Cuddly, lovable me? You sure did, Goof. You tell me there's a beauty contest over at the college. You dragged me all the way over here, now no contest.
Hey, Dunky, you want to hit me in the stomach, like real hard? Well, you go right ahead.
Man, sometimes I think you're not a very responsible person.
Hey, watch that kind of talk, kid. I'm a very responsible person.
You?
Sure. Anytime anything goes wrong, everybody always says,
I'm responsible.
I don't know what I could have done wrong, Dunky. I went over the campus bulletin board and read it like you said, and it said, Campus Beauty Contest in Auditorium today.
That word today, Maynard, how is it spelled?
Tuesday. How else?
Maynard, that spells Tuesday.
Maybe you'd like to kick me in the stomach. My father says a good kick in the stomach is good for the liver.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it is a beauty contest.
It's more like two beauty contests. No offense, fat lady. Smart.
Silencio, estúpido. Rosa Susana, the greatest soprano in the whole world, is singing.
You mean one person out there making all that screeching?
Estúpido.
Boy, last time I heard it sound like that, it was coming from a fire engine.
Silencio. Will you kindly remove your imbecile carcasses out of here?
Before I break your head in 1,000 pieces.
Come on, Maynard, let's cut out. This guy don't talk to you, but I get the message.
Si, Carlos, si. Tonight we're presenting William Tell.
but I cannot find as spear carriers any ignorant-looking fellows with foolish faces. And arrivederci, Carlos. I just found them. Hey, you. Carlo Youth.
Yes, sir?
And you, whatever you are.
You rang?
I'd like to make a couple, maybe $3, carrying spears in the opera tonight.
Oh, no, not me. I'm a peace-loving American boy. I don't carry dangerous weapons.
Count me up, too. No offense, sir, but opera's just a lot of big fat people bellowing away at each other, and I don't dig anything about it.
Attenzione, I have finished to rehearse.
Correction. I just discovered something about opera I dig.
Ah, Rosa.
Oh, Alfredo.
Ah, me. Wow, what a dish.
Donkey, how many times I told you, don't get mixed up with chicks?
Oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 million.
And getting mixed up with an opera chick is the worst. I mean, they got terrible tempers. They're all the time breaking things and smashing things and throwing things.
Throwing things? My sweet little Rosa? Ridiculous.
Ridiculo!
Now, Belize.
I am the toast of 3 continents, and I am forced to sing for a bunch of rural pheasants.
I think it is pronounced peasants, but don't worry. Their money is good.
La Cesara, wasting her talents in a primitive country where even the pizza is frozen. Ridiculo!
You always have me. You're Alfredo.
You too are ridiculo! Out, ridiculo one, with you and your jealousies. I am fed up.
Jealousy, Alfredo Ferrino. There is not a bone of jealousy in my entire handsome body, not even a tiny one. And when I find out who is your new lover, I will kill him with my bare hands.
I only wish there was one I could be in love of. But every man I meet here is dull, stupido, with a face like a blank wall.
Hello.
Goodbye, blank wall. A delivery boy.
No, mademoiselle. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Donkey Gillis, muy buen spear carrier.
Report to the stage manager.
Well, I'd rather stay here. I mean, here. She's prettier.
What?
You see, it's been my lifelong ambition to be close to the great Rosa Cesara.
Oh, then you admire my voice?
Your voice? Oh, yeah, that too.
This Americano could be more dangerous than he looks, one hopes. Tell me, you are familiar with my work?
But of course I know your work, Fräulein, every gorgeous pizzicato.
Tell me, in which role did you like me best?
You name it, I flip for it.
You heard me sing Mimi?
Dreamy, simply dreamy.
Cosi fan tutti.
That was a beauty.
La Gioconda.
Couldn't be fonder.
What about Norma?
You sang up a stormer.
Manolesco?
Oh,
you think I am a great artist?
The artist, senorita, the artist.
Alfredo, do not stand there like a maroon. I am the brilliant
senorita.
Brilliant young man.
Yes?
What did you say your name was?
Gillis, Donkey Gillis.
Donkey?
No, donkey with a U. But you, mademoiselle, may call me anything.
I know what I like to call him.
I call him magnificent.
I call myself ridiculous.
But also you are beautiful.
Oh, no, Miss Cesara, you are the one who's beautiful. No, beautiful really isn't the word.
Oh, yes, it is. I am beautiful.
Music, you are poetry.
Oh, you are so different. So unlike the other men I have known. Never have I met anyone like you.
Few have.
But enough of this recitativo romantico. Come, to work. I will explain to you the part you are to play in the opera. It is most important to the story, even though you do not sing. You do not sing, do you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. You see, talent sort of runs in the family. Get this. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles, my mammy. One more time.
You do not sing. Now, in the first act, you will be dressed as a soldier, holding a spear.
Good thinking, your prima donna ship. If you ever heard him sing, you know he needs all the protection he can get. Mammy, one more time.
But you are not truly a soldier. What you really are is the son of the great Swiss patriot, William Tell.
William Tell who?
That is his name, Tell.
How can I tell? I never met him.
Cito maleducado. How do we dispose of this, whatever it is he is?
Maynard G. Krebs, he's my friend.
Oh, yes. Well, have courage, my little muskrat. We in Italy know, too, what it is to live with tragedy. Mi scusa tanto, povretto.
And a chicken cacciatore to you, too, senor.
Viene, donkey. Back to the opera. Now, in the story, if the cruel Prince Umberto recognized you, he would kill you. So, in the last act, you wear the iron mask.
Hey, Donkey, now you know how a sardine feels.
Thus you disguise your face from the cruel Contessa, Sonia, who would betray you to the evil prince. At the crucial moment, I remove the mask. I place the apple on your head. Your father, William Teller, takes aim with his bow and arrow. He shoots with a great skill, and it all ends happily.
He hits the kid.
No, Renato, he missed the boy, he hit the apple.
A waste of an apple. Don't mind Maynard, my songbird. He was just leaving.
I was?
You was.
Okay, Donkey. Oh, now you knew I was leaving. I mean, I didn't even know I was leaving. Man, what an age we live in.
Oh, poor Maynard. He means well, but he knows nothing of the finer things.
Not like you, hey, my little pigeon.
I know this sounds crazy, Rosa, my lamb, but I think I've fallen in love with you.
Oh, and I with you.
I mean, really in love for the first time in my life.
I also for the first time in weeks.
That's hopeless. You're a great artist, and I'm a nobody.
True. But what does it matter when heart calls to heart? I love you.
You mean that?
Of course I mean it. Do not argue with me. You will join the opera company, and you will travel with me wherever I go.
Yeah, I'll be a singer.
Yes. Oh, no. But don't worry. We will find something.
Well, I'm a pretty fair dancer, too.
Oh.
Watch this.
Not a dancer. But do not fret, my beloved. We will find something for you to do. We will travel around the world together. We will be married instantly.
Oh, anything you say. But married? Did you say married?
Yes.
I don't know, Rosa. I'm only 16.
What do you say now?
Hi, donkey. Take thee, Rosa. Now, wait a minute. Married? I don't know.
What is there to know? I love you. You love me.
Yeah, but it's such a big step.
Well, is there no one you can go for to advise? A friend, perhaps. A wiser relative.
That's it. A wise relative. My cousin Dobie.
Dopey?
No. Dobie with a B.
Well, why don't you go to him?
That's no use. There's only one answer he'd give me.
Yes?
No.
Yes.
Maybe you didn't understand me, Dobe. I said Rosa wants me to marry her.
I understood, and my advice is go ahead and do it.
You really think I should?
Positively.
Though, if Donkey marries this chick, his father will kill him. And your father will kill you for not killing him before he could pull this crazy stunt.
Maynard. Faint heart never won fair maiden.
Dobie. Tippy Canoe and Tyler, too.
Go, Donkey. Clasp this fine girl to your bosom with hoops of steel.
Are you sure?
I'm serenely confident. Go.
You know, but I'm only 16.
Details. Go.
Dobe, I've seen you pull some dumb things, but this is it. No offense.
Correction, Maynard. This was a smart thing. Consider, what kind of a kid is Donkey?
A hardhead.
Exactly. So if I tell him not to marry this girl, what's the first thing he'll do?
Marry her.
I rest my case.
Yeah, it sounds all right, though. There's only one thing.
What?
How does a knothead like you figure out such a smart plan?
Me, knothead?
You, knothead. Me, Jane.
Maynard, you could be right. Maybe I better have a second plan just in case the first one doesn't work.
Maybe you better have a third plan in case the second one don't work, and a fourth in case of the third, and a...
Maynard, enough. I got another idea.
2 in 1 day, man, it's a record.
Maynard, this Rose is an opera singer, true?
True.
And the one thing you can be sure of with opera singers is that they're always broke. All I have to do is offer this Rosa a few bucks, and she'll drop Donkey like a hot baritone.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Positive?
Positive.
Negative. I never give him up.
Oh, come now, let's approach this intelligently. After all, we are mature, sophisticated people of the world.
One of us are.
Well, I see there's no need to beat around the bush. Look, we Gillises are not exactly what you'd call rich, but we do have a little bit of money.
Oh, when it comes to an affair of the heart, how you can talk about money?
All right, miss, enough chit-chat. How much is the kid worth to you?
Do I hear you correctly?
You hear me loud and clear. What would you say to, $40?
Accidenti. I hear you Americanos are crazy for money, but this is ridiculous.
Never mind the cracks, Fraulein. $40 will butter a lot of parsnips.
I do not believe what I am hearing.
That's the kind of talk you're going to get from me. Right on the line. No punches pulled.
All right, Avaro. But I am a shock beyond belief. Selling your own cousin for $40.
Now, just a minute.
Bargaining for more, huh? Here, take a 50 and be gone from my side.
No, that isn't what I...
To think that donkey should have such a cousin. Here, take $20 more and get lost. Sayonara and arrivederci, you bambino peddler.
Beg pardon, signorini, but where'd all that loot come from?
Where? As if you did not know, you chiseler of monies.
Rosa, the opera house from Cleveland is on the phone.
They offer you 3,000.
3,000! I am insulted. Tell the barbarian that La Rosa Cesara does not sing for 1 lira less than 5,000. Take him or leave him.
They will take him.
Excuse me, miss. Was that $5,000 you were talking about?
You bet. What do you think I talk about? The 5,000 frozen pizzas?
Yeah. How long do you have to sing for this $5,000? 3 years?
I sing for 1 night, you noodlehead.
1 night?
Please stop to pester me. Back to the sordid business. You were saying about your cousin Dobie.
That you two kids are going to be real happy. And I want to welcome you to the Gillis family where it's all for one and one for all. And anything I got is yours, and let us hope vice versa. Dunky, darling. Oh, you're a mighty lucky young man, cousin. And I want you to know that I'm with you all the way. And I'm sure you're not going to forget your old friend, Cousin Dobie, when you're sitting on your yacht and drinking champagne and eating caviar and all that.
You mean it's okay I can marry Rosa?
Of course, my boy, of
You're
course.
not going to stop me,
Yeah, wouldn't dream of it. A kiss for the bride? You dog.
Well, here we are.
Alone together at last, we two.
Would you like to play a little gin rummy?
Oh, my darling, a foolish Americano.
No gin rummy, huh? Well, how about a little old maid? She go slap her
Oh,
ass.
kiss me, you fool.
Gloria!
Caro mio, do not be afraid of me. We will make such beautiful music together in Paris, London, Rome, Venice.
Venice. That's world-renowned for its canals and beautiful glassware. I learned that in history, too.
Oh, stop it with the school lesson already. Oh, and kiss me, you nincompoop.
Oh, this is the creature who has stolen you from me. Farabute! Cattivo! Maledetto! Just a minute, Mr. Freno. Just a darn minute. I got something to say to you.
Speak, my beloved one.
Yes, speak. Soon to be stronger one.
In Act 2, sir, do I wear the red plume with the blue cap, or is it the blue plume with the red cap?
Here is your Farabute! Begone, out of my sight! And if I ever see you near my Rosa again...
I'm almost a grown-up man. You can't hurt me.
Don't bet no money on it, donkey. But don't worry your head about it. It is magnifico, huh? To be killed in the flower of your youth for the love of Rosa Cesara. What a glorious end. What a glorious death. What glorious publicity.
What a mess.
Donkey, you should use words like that around me. You know how sensitive I am.
Tonight, my beloved Rosa sings.
I'm an Ella Fitzgerald man myself.
I'm supposed to be on stage with her in an hour for dress rehearsal. If I show up, Farino says he'll kill me.
You'll do it good, too.
True. But I'm going to show up anyhow. And you know why, Maynard?
Because you're a nut.
No, Maynard, because I'm in love, and brave, and courageous, and true.
And because Farino left for Cleveland on the 2 o'clock train.
Isn't it magnificent? How'd you find it?
Because it was down at the railroad station flattening pennies on the tracks. You want one?
No, thanks. You see, Farino's gone to Cleveland to arrange for Rose's next appearance, and I will be with my beloved tonight.
What happens when you and that chick get to Cleveland? He'll shoot you, he'll run you through, and he'll strangle you with his bare hands. Ooh, a fella could get hurt that way.
No, not me, because we're not going to Cleveland. After the performance tonight, Rose and I are eloping. We're flying to her villa on the Mediterranean. Shrewd, clever, well planned, sneaky,
Quiet, you makers! Let us to rehearse at the entrance of the princes. And it better be superb, or I belt everybody with a basso profondo. Come in. And...
Hi, Mr. F.
Buongiorno.
Well, the same to you, fella. only shook up when he sees you because he thinks he's safe because you're miles away in Cleveland. Only you ain't, you're right here. Man, oh man, he ain't gonna be shook up. He's gonna be like dead.
Stop! Cease!
Hey, Dunk, you better head for the hills.
Halt, Auntie! Who or what is this creature with the beard? Distinguish him. This is how they do offer in America. I'm going to start the swimmer quick. Once more, my tone there for ones. Begin with the peasant girls.
Dunk, cut out. Beat it. Graham.
You are murdering William Tell. Who is that goofy-looking damn?
Donkey split, Donkey. Oh, no, not again.
Why did I not go into my father's lasagna business? Let's go to the entrance of the soldiers. And I warn everybody, don't goof. This an opera or Madison Square Garden? Get rid of that funny-looking nut in the hat. Ugliest looking soldier I ever see. Even worse than peasant girl.
Donkey, cut out.
One more interruption and I kill myself. I commit the sideways. Let us start with the Tyrolean dances. And for a change, this time we all stay together, huh?
Farino's here will carve you up like spaghetti. Donkey.
He's really ugly. Reminds me of my wife.
Attenti! Arriva il Duca Cattivo!
Farino's here. Split. Hey, Donkey, man, he's gonna subdivide you. Donkey!
Man, what are you doing here?
Farino's here.
Farino's here?
Yeah, man, and he doesn't know you're here, so what you do is keep the visor down.
Oh, the man.
Lower it, yeah. Remember, keep that visor down!
De Guglielmo Tell.
Taglia la maschera di ferro! Taglia la maschera di ferro! Farà to. It is your cue. Remove the mask.
What's going on?
This is not in the opera.
Reno's back. If he sees me, he'll tear me apart.
Better you dead than the opera.
This donkey. This beer carrier. I will mingle him.
Rosa, I've been thinking this over. I don't think we'd be happy together.
I will shoot him down. I will run him through. I'm going to strangle him. Revenge. I missed.
Doctor, I love you. How can I not love a man who has just killed for me, carissimo?
Coffee break. Take 5.
Donkey's fling with opera and opera singers was over, but the opera singer herself remained true to her art.
Hey, cheer up, Donkey. Things ain't so bad. Look what I found for us. Try to imagine it's like corn on the cob.
Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my.
Oh, man, yeah, that's it. Oh, me, oh, me, oh, my, oh, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Yeah, listen to that beat. I mean, cook up an arrangement for Cottonspiel and piccolo and music stand. You got yourself a hit. And toss in 2 quarts of bubbles and you're another Lawrence Welk.
Maynard.
Tack on 12 little girls going, do-ah, 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 and you're a smash.
Maynard, cease and desist. What you heard was just an expression of happiness.
Man, that's a miserable title. Maybe the lyrics can pull it through. Oh, me, oh,
Maynard,
my.
you might as well quit. My life's going so beautifully that not even your foolishness can bug me. I'm crazy in love with an exquisite girl, and she's likewise with me. So what could possibly happen that would bother me?
Any more questions?
Of all the nutty nut... Cousin Virgil. Gee, it's great to see you. Welcome.
Howdy, Cousin Dobie, you handsome devil, you. Oh, hello there, Melvin or Marvin or whatever your name is.
I think that's Maynard. Who says you're welcome?
Maynard, cut that out. I want to apologize for the way my cousin Virgil was greeted by Maynard and that stray dog. That's Maynard on the right. It was inexcusable. I mean, he's certainly old enough and smart enough to know better. I only wish I could say the same for Maynard. And it's completely unjustified, too, because Cousin Virgil's a gentleman, an upstanding citizen, a prince of a fella.
A southern fried fink.
Maynard, quit already. What have you got against Cousin Virgil?
I'm just a sweet, modest boy from the country.
That's the best argument I heard for living in the city.
Maynard, will you quit that? After all, Cousin Virgil never did anything mean to you.
True, and that's why I don't trust him. I mean, anybody's nice to me has got to be rotten.
Well, no, friend, you can set your little heart at ease. I ain't a-staying in town. I was just passing through, and I dropped in to say hello.
Why are you going to drop out and say goodbye?
It's hail and farewell, Cousin Dobie. I'm a-heading for that big city, Cleveland.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
The time has come for me to start climbing toward the goal of every eager, ambitious, red-blooded American boy.
No, become president, huh?
Nope, marry money. You key wreck. You see, I figure I've been a little fish in a little pond long enough. Now I'm a-heading for that big pond where I can catch me a rich fish. young lady with money whose pappy's gonna set me up in business so's I can live happy ever after?
Hello, Dobie, darling. Sorry I'm late, but I was downtown buying a new yacht. The old one was wet.
Ah, Cecily, my great tawny animal. I've been waiting breathlessly for you.
Cousin Dobie, you are going to introduce your favorite cousin to this lovely young fish. Lady?
Oh, sure. Cecily Atwater, this is my cousin, Virgil T. Gillis.
I declare, Miss Cecily, you are the nicest sight I done seen since the last time I spied the peonies a-bloomin' amongst the black-eyed hominy grits.
Thank you, Virgil. How gallant you are.
Oh, just Southern, ma'am. Just Southern.
Quick, girl, count your fingers.
Sweetheart, you will study this sales manual, won't you? Daddy wrote it himself, and Daddy is P.T. Atwater, the kitchenware king, you know.
I know now.
And you realize that his attitude toward boys from a lower income bracket is, shall we say, unpleasant.
Shall we say mean and rotten?
Yes, we shall say mean and rotten. That's why it's so important for you, Dobie, my love, to take Daddy's executive training course. Let him make a top-notch businessman out of you.
Have no fear, Cecily, my angel. With your love to spur me on and my tremendous natural sales talent, how can I miss?
Easy.
Mean it, but
Very happy to have met you, Virgil.
The pleasure is all money. Mine, ma'am.
Ah, what a girl.
What a deal.
What a fibber.
Who's a fibber?
You, that's who. Telling that chick you had natural sales talent. You couldn't sell a dog biscuit to Lassie.
All right, so I exaggerated a little.
Take me, I'm ready to go. I've heard everything. Take me, I'm ready to go.
All right,
Take
so I
me.
told a big lie.
Forget it, I'm staying.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Admit I'm a miserable salesman? Never. I'd lose Cecily forever.
Now, we can't let that happen, can we?
I'd die.
Me too.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is whip through that there training course with colors a flying. All you need is a little help.
Help? What kind of help?
That's what I say. Help.
Well, help and help. Somebody to study up on that book, rehearse you with your sales talk. Maybe put in a good word for you with that little pumpkin.
Cousin Virgil, I just had a great idea.
Oh, and what, pray tell, is that?
Don't go to Cleveland. Stick around for a couple of weeks and help me.
Help you? Now, what on earth ever give you an idea like that?
Well,
all right, I'll do it. You done talk me into it. Oh, you are the persuasive one, you devil. You could talk a possum right down out of a tree into a field full of hound dogs.
Well.
And you know something else? You just come up with an even better idea.
I did?
You did. You want me to sign up for that executive training course right along with you, right? Right. Right? Right. So's I'll be sitting right smack at your side so's I can help you better, right?
Right.
Sure enough, you silver-tongued spellbinder, I'll do it.
Wonderful, Cousin Virgil. Just wonderful. How can I ever thank you?
Don't worry, Dobe. He'll think of something. Ooh, will he think of something?
Oh, forget it, HF, baby. I'm not mad at you for striking me out in the company softball game. Everything's fair in love and baseball. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. First, I want to congratulate you on that great fastball of yours. And secondly is to tell you, you're fired. Pick up your check and get out, you bum. Who the Sam Hill are you?
I am Virgil T. Gillis, and I am here to sign up in your famous executive training class, Mr. P.T. Daddy. Atwater, sir.
So you've heard about me, have you, boy?
Heard about you. Why, Mr. Atwater, sir, down where I come from, that's on the right side of the Mason-Dixon line, you know. You are bigger than the mint julep.
Well...
If they had an election, Mr. Atwater, sir, you'd come in 5 states ahead of Jefferson Davis.
Well, you could call me P.T.
Call you P.T.? May I, sir? Heavens to magnolias, who'd have thought such an honor would ever be given to a poor little old farm boy like me?
Steady, son. You mustn't let your good fortune bowl you over. As a matter of fact, I got another surprise for you. I'm going to let you carry the quickie cooker into class for me.
This is it? This is the genuine quickie cooker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why, Mr. Atwater, sir, just touching it makes me feel noble all over.
Oh, I know how you feel, son. It happened to me, too. Welcome to my executive training program. You know, it's refreshing to meet a respectful young man like you.
Oh, I am respectful from head to tippy toe, sir.
Yes, I can see that, and I like it. There's one thing I can't stand is a kid who makes out like he knows all the answers and keeps talking back.
Cousin Virgil, you say the way to handle Mr. Atwater is to make out like I know all the answers and keep talking back?
Right, Cousin Dobie. You gotta treat him rough and tough and aggressive.
Golly, Cousin Virgil, I'm confused.
Yeah, when he's through with you, he's gonna be very befuddled.
Maynard, that's befuddled, and lay off Cousin Virgil.
Well, thank you, Cousin Dobie, but don't get mad on Morton here. That's just his little way.
I still think that's Maynard.
Let me tell you how I got this scheme figured out. You see, this Mr. P.T. Atwater's a big business executive that's all day long up to his wallet and employees that butter wouldn't melt in their mouth. They're yesing and sirring and toadying up a storm. So now if you're smart, what do?
He starts yesing and a sirring and a toadying up a storm.
Oh, he plays it rough and tough and aggressive. That way he's an individual.
That way he's out in his ear.
You know, Maynard, Cousin Virgil could be right. If I talk back to Mr. Atwater, he'll size me up as a strong-minded fellow who thinks for himself.
You got it.
Uh-huh.
If you'll just follow my advice, cousin, you're going to make an impression on Mr. Atwater that he ain't going to forget.
That nobody ain't gonna forget.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Now, what kind of a wish-washy good morning is that for our beloved leader, to whom we owe the very bread in our mouth?
Listen to him. Listen to him.
So let's hear three big ones for P.T. Atwater, our esteemed founder. P.T. Atwater, hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Cousin Dobie, be a leader, not a follower.
Well, I'm very grateful to you, trainees in the P.T. Atwater Executive Management course.
Land of goshin', what a catchy title!
I thought it up myself. Now, gentlemen, let's see how you've been coming along with your homework. Question. What is it hungry folks are itching for?
A quickly cooked in the kitchen, sir!
Good. And what's the greatest treat for the family's tummies?
A dinner for all from the quickie cooker, right? Right!
Well, that's excellent, gentlemen, excellent, with one exception. You, Dobie Gillis.
Yeah, that's Dobie, sir, with a B.
Unless I'm mistaken, I didn't hear you sing out the Quickie Cooker slogan.
Oh, no, sir. You're not mistaken. He didn't.
Yeah,
Not a single solitary word.
I wrote those slogans myself. Is it possible you have some objection to them?
That's exactly what he's got, sir. Objections, and lots of them.
Oh, would you care to name them?
You bet he'd care to name them. Name them, Dobie.
Well,
He says they're stupid, corny, and idiotic. Them are the words, ain't they?
Well,
That's what he says they are. Stupid, corny, and idiotic. Right?
Right.
And stay out.
You still want to be a big business typhoon?
Maynard, that's tycoon, and I've got my doubts.
Yeah, you also got no chance to stay in that training class thanks to your crumb-bum cousin Virgil.
Yeah, Cousin Virgil. I wonder how he's taking this.
It's a pity. A low-down crying pity.
Yep, it looked like I was sunk. But that's when fate stepped in. Well, not really fate. Fate was never put together so interestingly.
Please, Daddy, give Dobie another chance. For me, your sweet, loving, only daughter,
But P.T. Atwater was a tough nut to crack. He didn't climb to the top of the business world by being a softie. So when his daughter started to plead with him to give me one more chance, he knew exactly what to say.
Dobie Gillis, I'll give you one more chance.
While I was still alive and kicking, thanks to Cecily, I could hardly wait till that night when we were alone to tell her how grateful I was.
Dobie, I love doing it for you.
No, my sweet, for us.
No, she's right, Cousin Dobie, for you. Otherwise, you'd be dead.
That's true, Cousin Virgil. Thanks for reminding me of what a good-for-nothing I am.
My pleasure. And I sure hope you two didn't mind my tagging along to the movies with you tonight. Oh, by the way, Cousin Dobie, I'm going to pay you back for my ticket the very second I get change for this $1,000 bill I'm carrying.
Oh, forget it, Cousin Virgil. We enjoyed having you. But next time we'll try and get 3 seats together so one person doesn't have to sit alone.
Right. Oh, you must have got awful lonesome sitting way up there in that balcony all by yourself.
Well, I got used to it.
It's getting late, and you big business tycoons need your rest for class tomorrow. So I guess you'd better take me home.
Right, my angel. A quiet walk along moonlit streets would be delightful.
Well, thank you, Cousin Dobie. That's a jim-dandy idea. And don't bother waiting up for me. I may be getting home kind of late. You see, Cousin, I want to tell Miss Cecily some pretty sweet things about you, and I wouldn't want you to be embarrassed, you know?
Oh, Cousin Virgil, I don't know how to put this in words, but, well, thanks.
You don't have to say nothing. It's something I want to do.
Good night, Cecily, my love. Cousin Virgil will take good care of you.
Awful nice fella.
I think so.
And smart, gracious. When he was 16, he was head and shoulders the smartest kid in the class.
Really?
You bet. Smartest 16-year-old they ever had in the 3rd grade.
Virgil.
Now, calm yourself down, Missy. There ain't nothing to get all fevered up about. He just happened to like bead stringing and sand piling. Nothing wrong with that.
dear.
He's a fine fella for you, and that's a fact. I mean, you'll lead a nice, quiet life. With the money he's going to earn, that's the only kind of life you could lead. It's sure a sight better than being hitched to some ball of fire that's bound and determined to sell 1 million quickie cookers and be famous and have a big mansion with a lot of servants milling around waiting on you hand and foot like me.
Virgil, somehow I get the feeling that you're afraid Dobie isn't going to amount to much in this world.
Who squealed? Who was the rat that revealed poor cousin Dobie's pitiful lack of brain power?
Oh, Virgil, I know how noble and loyal you are to Dobie.
Oh, I am.
But tell me the truth, please. Will he turn out to be a nobody?
Miss Cecily, much as I like and respect you, I just cannot answer that question on the grounds that the truth would ruin my poor, dear schnook of a cousin.
Awful.
Rest your head on my shoulder, you poor bereaved thing. I know how you must feel, and I'll see if I can't joy you up a trifle.
I wish I was an apple hanging on a tree, and every time that you'd pass by, you'd take a little bite of me. Cuddle up close, oh my honey, cuddle up close, oh my honey, cuddle up close, oh my honey, marry you someday. Be my honey in the springtime, my honey in the fall. If I can't have you, my little gal, I want no gal at all. Cuddle up close, oh my honey, cuddle up close, oh my honey, cuddle up close, oh my honey, marry you someday, marry you someday.
Of course, my fair lady, that I was just doing that for my cousin Dobie. It's my duty to let you know how he feels about you.
Virgil, you're so thoughtful.
Oh, I am. I'm thinking every minute.
Mr. Gillis, I think I made a mistake in allowing you back in the class.
Oh, no, sir. You won't regret it.
Yes, he will.
I had to go along with a lame brain there.
You're welcome.
But I promised my daughter, reckless fool that I am, so let's push on. This gentleman is the quickie cooker.
You'll never get it off the ground.
So simple, a child could operate it.
I can?
We put the raw ingredients in here. Cabbage, carrots, potatoes, and squab. Only just arrived from the market a few moments ago. Now the quickie cooker will take over. Now watch carefully, gentlemen, and you will see one of the electronic marvels of the age, courtesy of P.T. Atwater. I shall set this control at normal speed, and this one at 10 seconds. The quickie cooker is beginning to operate in all its glory. Perfecting this marvel took a man with tremendous brain power, imagination, and ingenuity. Fortunately, I had it. Now we're ready. Observe, gentlemen, the magnificent finished product. A delicious meal prepared in a jiffy.
Jiffy? Looks more like a plate.
Now ignore that idiotic remark and pass this finished plate of food among you so that you may see the results of a genius at work. And no sampling.
There's your chance, Cousin Doe. Chance? Right. Look how all them other fellas is toadying and yesing and telling him how good it is. It's disgusting. I'm the disgustingness. But just to make you look better, you understand?
Yeah, Cousin Virgil.
So just hop up on your hind legs and tell him what's wrong with that there cooker.
I don't know. Look what happened last time.
But this is different. Last time you was just destructive. This time you're going to tell him what to do to make that there cooker better.
But
Mr. Atwater, sir? He don't like that cooker.
He don't like the cooker.
Right, he don't like it. And he's going to tell you how you can improve it.
Improve my cooker?
Yep, that's what he says.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? He says there's plenty wrong with it. Tell him, Doe.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It looks fine to me.
He says it's ugly. Ugly? He says it's clumsy. Gee, that's what he says. What? You say there's only one thing to do with it? Throw out the whole mess and start all over again?
Dobie Gillis, that's rank insubordination.
He says he's going to show you what to do. Come on.
Cousin Virgil.
I want you to show him how them nutty-looking handles is in the wrong place.
No, Cousin Virgil.
Now, I want you to speak your mind.
Let me sit down, please. I don't want to...
No?
Those are the pressure gauges. The handle's on top, you nitwit.
Well, nobody's perfect.
But was I discouraged just because the class laughed at me and PT threw me out and Cecily wouldn't speak to me anymore? You bet I was. But I knew there was still one way I could get back into the running. If I turned out to be a crackerjack salesman, if I sold more quickie cookers than anybody else in the class, then PT would forgive me. Cecily would take me back and everything would be rosy again. The question was, could I do it?
The answer is not never in a million years.
I've got to do it, Maynard. This is it. All or nothing. Sink or swim, life or death.
Salt or pepper?
Have you got the cooker? Check. Sales manual? Check. Prospect list? Check. Then what are we waiting for?
You're standing on my foot.
What a week I put in. I made 1 million phone calls. I walked 1,000 miles. I pushed every doorbell in town. And then came the day of reckoning. The day everybody had to report his sales total. Maynard carefully checked and rechecked my total.
What's the check and recheck? What you got is zero.
You're sure?
Better not ask me to check it again. You could come out with minus.
My life is over. I'm doomed, doomed, doomed.
No, don't give up, good buddy. There's still Cleveland and another town in Mississippi, Mexico.
Yeah.
Howdy, Cousin Dobie. How you doing?
Howdy, Cousin Virgil, and miserable. Hello? Yes, this is Dobie Gillis. Right. Oh, hello, Miss Swenson. It's one of my prospects.
Tell her the damage you did was an accident.
No, this one likes me. A demonstration dinner? You bet. I'll be there in 10 minutes. And Miss Swenson, thanks. You're one of nature's noble women. Goodbye. Hey, I still got a chance. Cousin Virgil, would you come along and help me, please?
You want him to help? Dope, that's like Elliot Nett asking Al Capone to hold the gun while he ties his shoelaces.
Now, don't hurt your head, Merton. I'd just love to lend a hand, but I'm afraid I'm too busy.
Thanks anyhow, Cousin Virgil. I sure could use some help. This Miss Swenson's the cook at a dormitory over at the college. She's interested in buying at least a dozen cookers.
Well, what are we waiting for?
You'll help me?
Would Al Capone hold the gun?
Of course I'll help you, cousin. Blood's thicker than water.
His ain't.
You fellas take some cookers and go on ahead. I'll meet you in the car. I gotta make just one little old phone call, and I'll be right with you. Believe me, Cousin Dobie, helping you is a pleasure.
Cooking meals for 150 college kids is tough, huh?
Tough, huh? It's aging me way ahead of my time. How old would you say I look?
Let's see, 83.
36, and I think I changed my mind about them cookers.
No, please, Miss Swenson. Maynard didn't mean that.
84?
Okay, fellow salesman, leave it to me. I'll take over from here.
Yeah, but Cousin
Now go
Virgil...
get lots of dishes ready. This is a team operation, you know.
Yeah, Cousin Virgil, yeah.
85?
Pardon me, Missy. Could I please speak to the cook? I want to ask her a favor.
I'm the cook, and I don't give any favors.
Oh, sure. A little bitty slip of a thing like you running a big place like this? You don't fool me, gal.
But I am the cook. Quick, name the favor you want.
Well, I took the presumption of telephoning my boss to meet me here. It'd sure look great if he could see me selling you a couple of these here quickie cookers. They are truly delightful.
You sure are.
No woman should be without one.
How true, how true.
No, I'm talking about the quickie cooker.
Oh, that. I don't know.
Oh, I know what's going to get you in the mood to think about cooking and like that. It's a part of my service to our customers. Now, you listen good, you hear?
Will I?
Baby face, you've got the cutest little baby face. There's not another one could take your place. Baby face, my poor heart is jumping. You sure have started something, baby face. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your fond embrace. I didn't need a shove, 'cause I just fell in love with your pretty baby. Cute, I don't mean maybe. Pretty little baby face.
I'll buy 'em, I'll buy 'em.
Well, thank you, ma'am. How many?
I don't know. What are you selling?
Them darling little quickie cookers, of course.
Oh, yes, I remember. Now, if you can cook a meal in 12 minutes for all those hungry college kids out there like you claim, then you've got a deal.
You ain't a joshin'?
I ain't a joshin'. I'll buy a dozen.
Ma'am, if you wasn't still practically a child, I'd kiss you.
I'm over 21 and make that 2 dozen, and what are you waiting for, Hanson?
He's quite a boy, that Virgil.
He's divine.
If Miss Swenson buys those cookers, I'm going to give him a territory all his own.
Daddy, how wonderful.
Hey, did you hear that? A territory of my very own. And a girl. And what a girl to go with it. No wonder my head was made up to finish this off and get them both. I'm going to sell them cookers. I'm going to give Miss
Miss Swenson the big sales pitch. Now, the raw ingredients are in the cookers. All you've got to do is set the controls.
Me? Set the controls? Dumb-headed me?
Sure, there's nothing to it. Just set it like Mr. Atwater told us. Normal speed for 10 seconds.
Normal speed, normal seconds, 10 speed. How can a guy remember all that? Ooh, I know what I'll do. I'll set everyone at a different time, and then I can't miss. Let's see. Fast speed, 5 seconds. Super fast, 4 seconds. Super duper fast, 3 seconds. Super duper fast, 2 seconds. Super duper duper fast, 1 second. And super duper duper duper.
Take my word for it, Miss Swenson. The meal you're about to taste is 1,000% more delicious than the meals in the finest restaurants in the world. Mouth-watering, delectable, exciting. Oh, what a thrill you have in store, my dear lady.
Now, hold on, Buster.
I believe my assistant, Mr. Krebs, has finished setting the machinery in motion for the dinner of a lifetime. Now, come with me and be prepared for a great surprise. This could only happen in America, as you'll see.
Good is going to happen to you.
That'll be the day.
No, it's true, Dobe. It's about 6 feet tall with a straw suitcase and wearing a jacket with a hole in the pocket that he borrowed from you.
Oh, I come say so long to you all.
Well, it's about time.
Good luck, Cousin Virgil.
It means good luck to Cleveland.
Oh, I ain't going there, Milton. I'm headed for the Southern Territory to sell quickie cookers.
Good luck to the South.
Well, thank you, Mervyn. We appreciate that.
I still think that's Maynard.
We? Oh, goodness gracious, everything's slipping my mind in all the excitement. Why, me and Cecily, of course. That pretty little pumpkin ought to be here right now.
You and Cecily?
Oh, here she is now.
Hello, Virgil, darling.
Hi, all dumpling. Well, you know how it is, Cousin Dobe. Just one of them things. Old Dan Cupid's dart went plink right in this little old heart of mine.
You should have used a bazooka.
Sorry I'm late, Virgil Pie.
Well, that's all right. Just so you're here at last, Lamb Chop. Now, let me take that bag and put it in a scooter, and we'll get moving.
No, sweetie face. We'll have Dobie send us the luggage at Daddy's Southern office. You won't mind, will you, Dobie?
Well, whatever you say, my Blossom, but there's plenty of room for the two of us in that bag in that scooter.
Oh, no, not now. Look.
Well, don't just stand there, Virgil. Every door in the Southern Territory is waiting for our knock.
Coming, Mr. P.T., sir. Coming.
Chết, mình vừa làm gãy mất cái màu hồng này rồi, mình vừa mới dùng luôn mà đã gãy rồi. Thì bây giờ mình sẽ cố dùng nốt cái đoạn bị gãy này ra nha. cả hai ô này bằng màu hồng nữa nha. Ok, vậy là mình đã tô hết những cái ô mà cần phải tô bằng màu hồng rồi nha. Và mình sẽ cất màu hồng vào cả cái màu ấy đi nữa. Tiếp theo thì mình sẽ dùng đến là màu xanh lá cây. Mình sẽ dùng màu xanh lá cây để tô những cái ô mà có màu xanh lá cây đó nha. các bạn nhớ là mình lên đẩy kỹ xem mình đã tô đúng ô và đã đúng màu rồi chưa nha. Ok, vậy là mình đã màu xanh rồi, mình sẽ cất màu xanh đi và mình sẽ lấy màu tím nha. Ở đây mình sẽ lấy màu tím để tô tiếp bức tranh. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ lấy màu vàng để tô tiếp bức tranh nha. Vậy là mình đã tô xong màu vàng rồi. Bây giờ mình sẽ cất màu vàng đi và mình lấy màu đen nha. Mình sẽ dùng màu đen để tô cả hai bên này nữa là đã hoàn thành xong bức tranh nhá. Mình đã tô xong bức tranh rồi và bây giờ mình sẽ cho các bạn xem bức tranh của mình. Đây là bức tranh của mình sau khi đã tô màu xong. Đẹp đúng không? Và video của mình đến đây là kết thúc rồi. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video tiếp theo nha. Bye bye.